All rightly diddly, everybody. How you doing? How you doing? This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. How you doing on this lovely Friday, October 12th, the first Friday of fall? I believe it's the first Friday of fall, or at least it's the first Friday that we've had fall temperatures. Now, for those that happened to tune in last night to our special Thursday edition, no, this is not deja vu. This is when we're actually supposed to be on the air. But we are here. It is a beautiful, beautiful day for high school football. We had a gaggle of games last night, so that's why we decided to have a show last night. While I am here, Adam will be here soon, and our man, Travis Stewart, T-Stew, is the man in the box tonight. Good evening, Travis Stewart. How in the world are you, my good man? I'm doing A-okay. Everything's all right in your world, I guess?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Of course, those that that listen to JJ and Bonsai Ben, you're aware of who Travis is, obviously, and those who are music fans around here certainly know that he is one of the most talented guitar players in the entire region. He's with Seratones. He's a bad man with an axe in his hand. Yeah, is that a good way to describe you there, Travis?
It's certainly a way, yeah.
Now, what kind of guitar do you like? Are you a Fender, a Gibson?
Well, I mean, I find uses for all of them.
So not married to just one certain brand.
If I had to pick, I would say Fender, but, you know, I'll use anything.
See, that's what he is. He is a jack of all trades, that Travis Stewart. He'll use anything and everything he possibly can. So Travis Stewart is the man in the box. Of course, we had so many games last night. Adam Hesher will join us here in just a second, pulling in as we speak. Yeah. Oh, yeah, hot property. We've got several games to get to tonight. We'll get to those in just a wee bit. And, Adam, as we take a look at the games from last night, the ones that stick out are the ones that make a difference in the postseason, and I think that the North DeSoto Benton game will be one that will be discussed quite a bit as time wears on.
I have a feeling we're not done discussing that one.
I have a feeling you are correct.
Mm-hmm.
Back-to-back weeks for Benton to slip through and pick up a win.
Survive in advance.
They could have easily chalked up a couple of L's, but you got to give them credit. They came through with the plays necessary to win.
Yeah.
There are those who were in attendance at that game who felt like maybe there was some poor officiating.
Right.
Both sides of the fence, I think, had problems with it.
And look, sometimes you catch those breaks and sometimes you don't, and the North Dakota fans don't want to hear it, but it kind of over time all seems to even out. So maybe they'll have something coming their way in a future game this year that'll benefit them. Just, unfortunately, that's just kind of the way it is. I understand their frustration. Trust me, I have been there numerous times, so I get it.
I completely understand as well. Well, let's get our party started. Travis, do we have Jeff Fielder ready and rocking?
We do.
Let's go to Calvary, where Calvary is taking on Lakeside. And Adam, Lakeside, pretty good little football team.
5-1 football team this year. If Calvary can get the win, it'd be a nice win for them power ratings-wise.
Well, Jeff, do we have any early action in the Calvary-Lakeside game?
Not yet. It is early in the first quarter, 6:45 is ticking. Calvary kicked off and will defer to the second half. And Lakeside has marched the ball from their 28 to about Calvary's 28. So they are threatening to score.
Wow. Now, so they have had the possession the entire quarter, huh?
That's correct. They've been running the ball mostly, a couple of passes out in the flat. Got a couple to Jacques Lott, number 10, and a couple to Trey Sanders, number 14.
Now, when you say a couple of tosses out there in the slot, are we talking about passes that are about 5 yards or fewer from the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, we're talking some stuff that's just about 5 or 6 yards out. Some of them are just laterals, trying to give the guys some room to move, but nothing deep.
And I wonder how much of that is a play, Adam, to kind of keep the Calvary defensive line from getting after the Lakeside quarterback.
Probably so. When you've got a good pass rush, and you maybe know you see something that you're not as good at stopping. Get the ball out of your hand. Get it into the flat. Get it in open areas. Get it in the hands of your playmakers, as they say.
All right, Jeff, so what do we have right now with the Lakeside?
We've got a measurement going on. It's 3rd and 1 with 6:42. Looks to be like it's on the 26-yard line of Calvary. Not much, probably third and a half a yard.
Let's see here before we move over to our next game. Let's see what happens on this drive with the Calvary Cavaliers defending.
Excuse me, guys. It's
fourth
and a half a yard.
Big play
And
here.
of course, they're going to go for it.
Sure.
Let's see. Quarterback's in the shotgun, trying to draw the Cavs offside.
I'll never understand shotgun on 4th and a half a yard.
Well, I'm sure this is trying to draw the Cavs off. They're probably going to call a timeout.
But if you're on the Calvary 20 what yard line again?
They snapped it, and they got the first down.
No.
That was locked right up the middle. That 3 yards, first and 10.
All right. 1st and 10. Lakeside. At what yard line again, Jeff?
Let's see, it's like the 26-yard line.
26-yard line. This drive is taken well over the half of the first quarter.
And that may be their strategy tonight, is to try to keep it out of Calvary's offensive hands, tire out the defense. But it's been all run thus far for Lakeside.
How's the facility there at Lakeside looking?
They got a nice field, all grass. Okay, we got a pass deep. It's nowhere near close.
All right.
It's a nice facility. They've got a great baseball field, a great softball field, and a great football field, all right here together.
That's good. I think it's nice that Lakeside has gone from being a perennial doormat
complex out there, yeah.
Kind of benefiting from the move out there to Webster Parish and Minden and all that area. So it makes sense to me. Calvary Cavalier cheerleaders fired up over there, Jeff.
Of course. That's the highlight of the game, guys. What are you talking about? That's why I come.
Well, that's what you should do, support those cheerleaders.
That's exactly right. 2nd and 10, quarterback in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Jacquez right up the middle, no gain.
3rd down and about 9. Now, are they under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter?
5:45.
Good grief. This is whether they score or not. This has already been a successful drive for Jason McClendon's team.
Yeah,
because you're keeping Calvary off the field with the offense.
Yep.
You're making the game shorter. Already, you've probably eliminated one possession that Calvary typically would have had by this time. So I like what they're doing right now. No offense to you, Jeff. I mean, I like or you as well, Adam.
Well, I'm glad you like it. 3rd and 7, shotgun, option left, fumble, and Calvary recovery.
There we go. Now, I like that for you, Jeff.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hey, who got the ball? Could you tell?
I can't, guys. It's a mob over. But they're coming off the field. Everybody's elated. Calvary's offense and Isaiah Brown and Cade Hart are fixing to take over and hopefully go the length of the field.
There we go. Nice job there, Jeff Fielder. We'll come back to you a little bit later on.
Sounds great, guys.
This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevy Land. Of course, our correspondents coming to us on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar hotline. Walk-Ons, the place to be before the games on Fridays, but after the game on Friday, tonight after your high school football game of choice. Still catch the end of the Brewers Dodgers game. There are a couple of college football games as well going on tonight. Shun Brown.
That's right.
Former Calvary Cavalier. And Arizona taking on Utah tonight. Is that right? And then, Air Force and San Diego State as well.
That's a decent game. That's
It
two
is a
decent games,
game.
really.
That's pretty good football games. We are ready now. We go to Jeff Green, who is at the Northwood Huntington game. It's the Gatlin Family Coaching Tree Bowl game. Hey, Jeff Green, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Flex. Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir. What's going on in your game so far between Huntington and the unbeaten Northwood Falcons?
Yeah, Fletch, we got the teacher coaching on one side and the student on the other.
Yep.
So it's 7:45 left in the first quarter, and it's 6-0 Falcon. We stopped them both times they've had the ball. They have not had a first down yet. And Luke drove down the field the first with 2 passes to Trayon Jones, and then we ran it in up the middle with Terrence Cook from about the 7-yard line. Missed the extra point.
All right, who's got the ball now?
Northwood has the ball, and Fletch, it has started to rain up here in beautiful Blanchard, Louisiana.
Really?
Yeah, we got a packed homecoming crowd, and the umbrellas are out, and the jackets are out.
Oh, no, and the girls in their dresses, does anybody have anything to cover them up?
I'm looking down there. They're sitting under a tent right now. So
Okay.
they're okay right now.
Well, that's good. Holy moly. As much money as they spend on those dresses and that hair,
Absolutely.
got to be protected. All right, so where's Northwood have the ball right now?
Northwood is on we got a first down pass to Travion Brown. They are first down and goal on the Huntington 20. I mean, not goal. They are first down and 10 on the 28-yard line.
Let's hang out with you here for a second, Jeff, and see if they
Yes,
punch
sir.
this puppy in here. It's 11 minutes into the first hour of Friday Football Frenzy, again, powered by Chevyland. Jeff Green, who coaches for the Donnie Bickham Middle School Powerhouse, where a lot of those kids end up as Northwood Falcons. It's been a fantastic funnel to get talent over here to Northwood, and I don't think it's not a coincidence, Adam, that Donnie Bickham successful leads to Northwood success.
Definite correlation there. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I appreciate you saying that, Fletch. And while you're saying that, I would like to give a shout-out today, like John Ware did this morning, to all the middle school coaches. Fletch, they really work hard. All of us do. You know, we wash uniforms and do eligibility and everything just like everybody else. So just a shout-out to all them guys that work hard in middle school.
I'm sitting here next to a former middle school head football coach. That may be the most thankless job
Absolutely.
in coaching.
There's no question about it.
Head middle school football coach.
He's only a middle school coach. I can yell at him, and it's okay.
Exactly. Hey, you know, we instead of 6 referees, we get 3.
Yeah, right.
So, you know,
Wow.
things like that. But, hey,
Well,
you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. Tonight, seeing these guys out here, that's what it makes for me.
it was first
Especially
down to
having high
28.
school.
Oh, I understand, man. It's almost like seeing your kids grow up before your very eyes.
Well, and since I've been blabbing, we've ran 2 plays up the middle and scored again, Fletch. So
All right.
this time it was Patrick Marshall just off tackle from about 15 yards, and we made the extra point this time. So it's 13-0.
13-0. Northwood taking care of business. Nice job there, Jeff Green. We'll talk to you again tonight, I'm sure.
Yes, sir, Fletch.
All right,
Thank
buddy. Sounds good to me. I tell you what, before we get to our next game, how about we do a little first-choice personnel scores on the quarter? Do we have any to report yet, Adam, besides what we've got at Northwood?
We actually do. Of course, we just heard 13-0 Northwood leading Huntington. But
Yeah.
Calvary, just moments after picking up that fumble, Joseph Wilson, 52 yards to the house. So Calvary leads 7-0 early on there.
How far was it run?
52 yards, I believe is the report that I got.
2-yard touchdown.
And
Okay.
in one of the area games, Pineville gets on the board first against Natchitoches. They lead 7-0, and I think that is all that I have at the moment.
All right. If you would you go over the scores from last night for those that may have missed the scores from last night
I
there,
can do
Adam?
that.
I've got them here, too. if you need them.
That works as well.
That'll do it. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Your first choice personnel scores on the quarter. Make first choice your last call, 797-7810.
So just recapping last night's scores, Bird over Parkway, 31-13. Houghton holding off Captain Shreve, 42-35 after a furious fourth-quarter rally by the Gators. Evangel, 48, Southwood, 12. Benton holding on for dear life, 28-27 over North DeSoto. Airline, 56, North Webster, 6. Loyola goes down to St. Mary's and defeats St. Mary's 39-14 at Turpin Stadium. North Caddo over Darbon Woods 31-0, and it was Mansfield on senior night taking care of Ringgold 42-0.
Those are your first choice personnel scores on the quarter. It's a Friday Football Frenzy Friday edition, powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling, 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport, Louisiana, where you, my friend, will be able to still be able to purchase a 2018 Malibu for under $19,000. $18,995 at Chevyland. They still have a handful of those left. You better take advantage of that because they will be gone soon, making room for the 2019s. Chevyland, family owned and operated. It's a great place to buy a car. Travis Stewart's in his house and takes us to the break here on 1130 the wait on 101.7 FM 710 Keel. This is Friday Football Frenzy powered by Chevyland. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Tim Fletcher, Adam Hester. That's Adam.
Hey.
We're live on the Tim Fletcher Show Facebook page. We're live on the Friday Football Frenzy Facebook page. We, of course, are live on our YouTube channel. You can download the Keel app, crystal clear sound. It's fantastic. T-Stu is in the man in the box tonight. Glad to have Travis with us. He is a true professional. And he's already got us our next contestant on The Price is Right. We get to Minden and Jeff Rhodes, or actually at Independence Stadium, right? Wait, are you at the pit or are you in?
They're at the pit.
You're at the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey there, Jeff Rhodes. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Hey, look, it is a homecoming night here in the pit, and I will tell you right now, if you ever want to see homecoming done right, then come to Minden, Louisiana for homecoming. And you'll see it done right.
Now, what is so special about the Minden homecoming that others are lacking?
There are so many people that come in for this weekend, and all the classes every 10 years are represented. We even had them all the way back to 1948 tonight. And, just the festivities, pregame festivities, all weekend festivities all over town. We had a great pep rally downtown last night, great parade this afternoon. It's just an all-out kind of weekend for homecoming here in Minden.
That's awesome.
It's exceptional.
And that's the way. That's the one thing as a person who grew up in a town about the size of Minden. That's what homecoming's about. That's where small towns, I think, are able to. I wouldn't necessarily say better, but I think it's just more meaningful. If that's the right word, than it is to maybe some of the larger schools. So because everybody gets involved, because so many people in that entire community are graduates of Minden High School. So
that's right. I'm a fourth-generation graduate of Minden.
Well, and that's another thing you get, with the Haynesvilles, the Mindens, the Logansports. It's very cool. A big game tonight between Minden and Woodlawn. Major playoff implications in this one. So, Jeff Rhodes, what do we have happening here with Woodlawn visiting your Crimson Tide?
Well, we got out to a pretty gunsling out here. It's 2 minutes 58 seconds left in the first half, and Woodlawn is up 14-7 over Minden. So both possessions of Woodlawn have scored, and the single possession for Minden has scored. So Minden's about to receive a kickoff. Now, I will say this. I did not see about half this quarter because of all the frenzy on the field and trying to get off the field with the homecoming activity. So I know Minden scored on a running play. Anyway, and then tack on the extra point. And I'm pretty sure that Woodlawn scored both theirs on the ground, but I didn't see them. So just wanted to be clear about that.
Nothing wrong with that. We got the score right, and we got Minden getting the ball with the first quarter about dwindling out of time. So, and here's the good news. We'll have Jeff and Dr. Freddie Williford a little bit later tonight because homecoming is going to take longer at halftime.
That's true.
That's good news for all of us. All right, Jeff. We will talk to you soon. The Crimson Tide trailing 14-7 late in the first.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, sir. Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Next up, I believe we're going to Haynesville. Or actually, we are in Grambling. The Golden Tornado taking on Lincoln Prep. Hello, Dwayne Woodard. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Doing good.
So I imagine that this should be a game that gets out of hand early, but as David Franklin explained earlier today, last year we thought that, and it didn't happen.
That's right.
It was a dogfight early on. So what's happening in this game so far, Dwayne?
Fletch, it's 27-0
Okey-doke.
with 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Painful is like 5 of 9 for 78 yards through the air with 3 touchdowns.
Throwing the football?
Throwing the football. I think we're in Lincoln Prep's in negative yardage right now. Running, so they've had 2 fumbles and an interception, so it's out of hand pretty quick right now.
Who has scored? Who has scored the touchdowns for Haynesville tonight?
We have Holmes with 2 touchdown receptions, Grider with 1 touchdown reception, and then Crispin with 11-yard touchdown run.
Of course, Adam here, who is thinking he was in contention in the high school football fantasy, was really hoping for Sergio Hardwell blow up tonight. Doesn't look like it's going to happen, Dwayne.
Sergio has not touched the ball yet.
Great. Fantastic.
That is awesome.
Glad Haynesville decided to work on the passing game tonight.
Yeah, they're working on the passing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tremendous.
good grief. That is fantastic. Oh, boy. 27-0 Haynesville. At some point, this could be
In the
most
quarter.
first quarter. We may see the most extensive young Woodard playing time all season long tonight, huh?
We possibly could, Fletch.
Well, we got to get back.
Start running the clock in the middle of the second quarter.
Well, that could happen. But we definitely have to be a part of that when it happens. So, all right, 27-zip. Who has the ball right now?
Lincoln Prep. They're on their 20. It's like 2nd and 18.
2nd and 18. And, Dwayne, you've been over to Grambling for a long, long time, many, many, many years. How cool is it that they finally have made Eddie Robinson Stadium look deserving of the name?
It looks fantastic, Fletch.
I love it.
Really, really nice.
I think it's fantastic. Coach Fobbs deserves all the credit for, igniting that fan base and the alumni. But this should have been done years ago. Should have taken better care of that stadium, but I'm glad they have done it now. And as a personal aside, I'm asking you, Adam Hester, you're a high school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get that class of yours over to the Eddie Robinson Museum
I'll see what I
on
can
the
do.
campus of Grambling. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Good stuff. Dwayne Woodard, thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, Fletch. Bye-bye.
It's now Franklin Parish 14-6 over Green Oaks.
Okay.
14-6 in the first quarter. Jeff Johnston,
Not
who's
14-8.
handling the PA guy, says 14-6.
Okay. I just saw 14-8.
Well, we'll see. He may be wrong. He's doing the PA. I don't know if he does a play-by-play of the PA.
Was that prior to the 2-point conversion, perhaps?
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been. All right, let's check in on Bossier and BTW tonight. Hello there, David Thrash, your principal for the Bossier Bearcats.
On, man?
How's it going, man? How you doing this evening?
Well, I'm getting wet.
Raining.
And,
Huh. Didn't know it was going to happen.
Right as you spoke to me, 90-yard pass that touchdown.
For you or BTW?
BTW.
Uh-oh.
Started the game with a swift kick. Bossier recovered it, ran 3 plays, and scored. BTW went down, scored, made a missed X point, 7-6. And we just drove it down inside the 10 and fumbled. And they just ran 1 play and scored. 12-7 BTW, 124 in the first.
And it's raining right now.
It's raining.
Is it raining hard?
It rained hard for about 4 or 5 minutes. Now it's just misting real hard.
That's
But
weird.
sloppy conditions there, just especially during that drive.
Well,
BTW didn't have much trouble with it.
well, you're playing in the pit, and that's it can get kind of sloppy
Bit
down
soupy
there.
in there. Yeah.
Yes, it can get a little nasty. But if it's just a miss, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, I think it's going to pass. According to Joe Haynes, it's going to pass through.
Gentleman Joe Haynes, one of the nicest fellows you'll ever come across. Absolutely a good guy. So I trust you. 12-7, BTW over Bossier. We are in how much time left to get in?
124 in the first.
124 in the first. Thank you, David Thrash. We'll talk to you again, buddy. That is the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline where we had Coach Thrash on with us. Before we take a timeout, Adam, how about giving us some first-choice personnel scores on the quarter?
Sure thing. Calvary 13, Lakeside nothing. Northwood 19, Huntington nothing. No score yet from Woodlawn and Minden. Haynesville.
14-7.
14-7. Okay,
Yeah,
I just looked at
14-7
something that
Woodlawn.
had the wrong number there. So
Yeah.
14-7.
Woodlawn in front, first quarter.
Fix that now. Haynesville 27, Lincoln Prep nothing. Manny over Menard 6-0. I have not seen an update there in a while. I have
We'll
a
get there
feeling
soon.
Manny's probably
Yeah,
got more points.
I
by
would
now.
think so.
BTW 12, Bossier 7. Nothing yet from Red River Lakeview that I've seen. What about you?
Not yet, but we will go there soon.
All right, Arcadia Plain Dealing, kind of the same thing. Have not seen an update there yet. Pineville now up 14-6 over Natchitoches Central. As we just also said, Franklin Parish 14-6 over Green Oaks at the moment. West Monroe's just added a field goal, so they lead Ash 10-0. Nothing yet from Washita Ruston or from J. Hodge and Homer.
All right, we actually have our buddy Aaron Dietrich at the Washita Ruston game. We'll hear from him, and we've got Jeff Johnston over at Franklin Parish doing the PA there. So we'll get an update on Franklin Parish and Green Oaks as well. So we got a lot of good stuff coming for you tonight. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, here on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Tim Fletcher, Adam Hester, and the man in the box, T. Stu. We will return right after these commercial messages. Welcome back, everybody. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Glad to have you alongside. That's T. Stu, the man in the box. My name is Tim Fletcher. Adam Hester is here as well. Good evening, Adam.
Hello.
We are checking in on all the games around the area. Of course, we had quite a few played last night, some humdingers, as they would say. We have a couple of more shaping up to be pretty fine tilts tonight on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Let's get back to the action on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Let's check in on Manny and Menard, where Josh Jenkins is our correspondent with the Manny Tigers. Hey, Josh, what's happening in your game so far tonight?
Hey, man, it's just starting the second. We're up 12 nothing. We missed 2 extra points. We just intercepted the ball. We kicked off. We just had an interception while I was waiting there.
Oh, okay. So, it's 12-0 Manny over the Menard Screaming Eagles.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Do they have? What do their uniforms look like, Josh? Do they kind of look like Philadelphia?
No, they are white. They wear white pants, dark green, yellow.
Oh, dark green and yellow. Okay.
And yellow.
All right. What do the Tigers' outfits look like tonight? As
They're
athletes?
white with black pants.
But Manny's got some good-looking uniforms.
Red and black's sharp.
Red
color.
and black's
Yep.
a good color combination, man. It's kind of hard to go wrong with that.
At home, when they wear that all black. That's where it's at.
That's pretty good stuff right there, man. You're right. That all black is a good looking uniform. Are you a little concerned that Manny is overlooking Menard? Are they playing sloppily? Are they playing crisp tonight?
No, they play well. We just we've had a lot of flags both ways. Game's been kind of slow. It's kind of. I don't know. I don't dog the officials, but by no means. It's been a lot of penalties called on both sides.
Okay. So just kind of a stop and start kind of a game, you think?
Yeah, can't really get in the flow kind of.
Yeah, that's what. Heck, Menard probably loves that.
Yeah,
that's the one. That's the one way they try to keep into this thing. So we're staying in the game. Yeah. All right. So 12-zip. How much time left in the second quarter again?
11:38 right now.
All right, so
Manny's
just started.
Moving there on the Menard side of the ball. Looks like about the 35.
All right. And Menard not really able to do much offensively against Manny?
No, not really. They
Okay.
They got a few big kids. Menard has good-looking kids. They just going both ways.
Yeah, it's tough.
And that usually plays into Manny's favor. Manny, we don't have any kids going both ways. And usually first quarter is pretty good for a team that's going both ways, and then as the game goes on, second, third, definitely the fourth quarter, if we can stay close, we can. It's a tire advantage most times, not all times. But
most of the time, and it certainly has worked quite well for quite some time for Jess Curtis. That formula right there. Josh Jenkins taking care of business for us. Manny on the road up 12-zip over Menard early in the second quarter. All right, Josh, we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, man.
You betcha. Back to the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar hotline we go. Randy Thomas joins us for Red River and Lakeview. Hey, Randy, what's happening, buddy?
Not much, Tim. We just started the second quarter. Red River's up 26-0. Defense, the Bulldog defense started out real. So about the second play of the game, they had a 50-yard pick six. Next series, they intercepted the ball again.
Oh boy!
In the third series, they recovered a fumble. So and they've capitalized on all three turnovers. So they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, exactly. You don't. There's no feeling sorry for anybody in the first quarter.
No,
you can show sympathy as the game wears on, but not early. So this is the way to do it.
Yeah, pretty much. This is a homecoming and rivalry game, so it's pretty important to these boys too.
Lakeview is what? How many miles from Coshada is Lakeview?
I want to say about 17 miles.
Yeah. So these kids have probably known each other for quite some time. Yeah, it's a good old-fashioned rivalry.
Exactly.
Grudge match.
Dates
That's
back
what.
to the Coshada Campy days.
There, and so the Campty Coshada matchups from days gone by. Now, of course, the 21st century is here, so it's Red River and Lakeview.
Yep.
Which, why can't it just still be Campty? Why did they change it from Campty to Lakeview? Did they consolidate?
They consolidated as well.
With who? Who did Campty consolidate with?
Ashland High School and Goldonna High School, and I'm sure there was another one.
Holy moly.
Pretty much off the beaten trail.
My gosh, Randy, I've been here for 25 years. I've never heard of those.
Exactly. I don't think any of them had football teams.
I don't think so either. I remember when North Webster consolidated.
Right.
I understood where that was coming from with Shongaloo, Cotton Valley, and Sarepta. Whoa, Lakeview swallowed up some schools that I had never heard of. All right. 26-zip, Red River in full control. Does John Bachman even have a towel around his neck tonight?
He does. He's kind of standing off. He's been sick all day. So he's kind of laying low. He walked all the way down to the other end of the coach's box. So. But he not much to fuss about tonight.
Well, good for him.
No penalties.
All right.
Going good, doing what they're supposed to.
Well, that's what's happening over there in Red River. Coshada taking on Lake. Good gosh, in Coshada with Red River taking on Lakeview. 26-zip homecoming for the Bulldogs, and it's going well. Randy Thomas, thank you very much, buddy. Talk to you soon. What? What?
Thought we had a busted one of them. He got about a 30-yard run for Johnny Mackey for Red River. I thought we was going to break it loose there.
Oh man, we could have heard the horns. We could have heard the horns.
Almost.
Dadgummit. All right, we might have to try back later just so we can get the horns.
Hey, I'll be here.
You betcha. Mess with the bull. All right, man.
Boy, they
see ya.
They are onto something with that new wing T offense. You know,
they're hard to figure out.
Identifying and something that can make them more competitive in the offseason when you had to replace his offensive coordinator. Nice job, John Bachman.
And let's not forget that when you're a pretty good defensive football team and you're running the wing team,
that certainly helps.
That's a big deal. By the way, in the National League Championship Series, Adam, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado, that's why you go and get him, right?
Solo home run. The Dodgers have a 1-zip lead in the top of the second with 1 out. Where are we going next, T-Stu? Plain dealing?
I believe so.
Dustin Dennis joins us on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Our first time to talk to Dustin tonight. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
What's going on?
Not much, man. You guys are facing the Corey Russell run machine.
Oh, yeah.
How's that all? How's it going tonight?
Well, he's only run for 3 so far.
3 touchdowns?
He's run for 3 touchdowns so
oh,
far.
my.
Good.
In the first quarter.
In the first
We're
quarter?
down 24-0 at the start of the second quarter, and they're probably on about the 18 driving again.
Holy moly.
And he just threw a touchdown.
He threw a touchdown.
Well, he didn't.
Oh.
The quarterback threw a touchdown. It is now 30-0 with 11 minutes left in the second quarter.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Dustin, is there anybody missing tonight for plain dealing? I know that's kind of been a struggle the last couple of weeks for different reasons. Is there anybody that not playing this week that maybe was out there last week?
We've got, well, some of the ones that were in trouble last week are in trouble for missing practice and stuff this week. So we're missing 2 normals, and we've still got 3 that are hurt.
Jeez.
So how many, you can probably count, there's 11 on the field, so how many guys are in a uniform on the sideline, Dustin?
6.
Holy moly. 17 kids. And of
17 kids.
How many do you estimate, guesstimate, or know are 7th or 8th graders?
Probably 5. 7th and 8th graders. And
wow.
5 or 6 9th graders. Very young. We don't have but 4 seniors. So it's slim. It's a young team.
So 4 seniors, about 11 or 12, 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. That leaves 1 junior, 2 juniors?
Yeah, 1 or 2, and some of our juniors and sophomores are injured right now. So that we get those back and be all right.
That is just I know James Thurman is a man of faith, and he needs all of that and more. That is a tough gig.
He's a lot right now. He's having a rough go of it this season.
Yeah, he really is. What you got there, Adam? What?
So the touchdown was after the 24-0 lead?
It's now 32 or 30?
30-0, failed extra point.
In the second quarter?
First part of the second quarter, right, Dustin?
Yeah, there's about 11 minutes left in the second quarter.
Oh, boy. Ooh, well, surely they'll start the running clock here by half, or at the half.
Hopefully they'll start run the clock pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't see why there's any need not to. And Corey Russell has got his, so
yeah,
go ahead, and everybody probably needs to just kind of shut things down. Let's get everybody home safe.
Yeah.
All right, Dustin, we'll check back with you, kind of find out what's happening, though, okay?
All right.
All right, Dustin Dennis joining us on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Boy, that's a tough.
I don't quite know what to say. I mean,
either.
We know what Arcadia can do. We know what Corey Russell can do. They can put up points in a hurry. A lot of their problem has been stopping other teams. But man, plain dealing, I feel so bad for Coach Thurman with what they're going through. But it's the stuff that you have to do to get their attention. So I get it. But when your numbers are like theirs are, that's awfully hard.
It is so hard, and it just conjures up. Now I know that you never really, when you were at Evangel, and all the state titles that you guys won,
right.
Y'all never really had though a 120-man roster or anything. You guys would have 60 to 80.
You know what? There were, I don't remember the years, but we had years of 80 players.
60 to 80 is a pretty normal thing during the Evangel quote unquote heyday. Whereas
the really memorable Evangel team,
right.
Probably around 80. It's definitely not like that over there now. But I can't imagine
Well, that's why I'm saying we were a AAA high school.
Yeah.
Okay? And, you know, my graduating class, we had 165. And so 10th through 12th grade, we probably had 500 students.
Yeah.
So counting freshmen, which you do in Louisiana, we would have probably had 700 students. So what would that put us in? 3A?
Yeah, 3A.
We left the final game of the season with 11 healthy bodies getting on the bus.
Wow.
We had 10 for the final 2 plays, and I was on the sideline and Coach realized that our defensive end broke his ankle. And there were like 4 or 5 plays left in the season. I went out and played defensive end.
Jeez.
Without a mouthpiece and braces on.
I remember going to Shreve the first year and being like, you know, even though I'd been at Evangel and played in all these games and we had a big roster, he's like, all right, you know, you're coaching the freshmen. None of them dress varsity. There's 50 of them.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
For the freshman team?
That's crazy.
You know, and then we're still dressing varsity at that time at Shreve, 10th through 12th grade, close to 100 kids. You know, and the best 3 or 4 at the end of the freshman season, if they were really good, they'd bump them up and just to give them the experience, you know. But they didn't dress really other than that. And I was like, this is wild. I've never been a part of anything like this.
And now you got James Thurman, who is just really
right.
The rope is frazzled at the end of it there. I hope he can keep hanging in.
Yeah, that's the thing. A couple of years ago, you know, our girls soccer team at Calvary was less than a day from hanging it up. And, and if you're out one season, that you're at least out for 2, and then you got to come back as a JV program. I mean, it was almost over. So I feel his pain, and it's just not easy, and it makes you even more sick at your stomach because you don't want to be the guy who was there when it came crashing down around you.
He's trying
he really is
hard.
Man. He really is.
Oh well, how about some first choice personnel scores on the quarter there, Adam? Oh, and I got an update. Franklin Parish now up 28-8. So it was 8. They did get the 2-point conversion. Early in the second in that one as well. So Green Oaks kind of being shut down tonight over Franklin Parish.
Who else did Franklin play over here? Was it
It was Houghton.
Yeah. Okay.
And because I was talking to the guys over at Franklin Parish today, and they said, we were 10 yards behind Houghton every play. They said we tried to run with them and try to keep up with them, and it just was not working. So we were 5 to 10 yards behind them every single play, it seemed
Keep an eye on the Bucks. That's one of those that Thanksgiving is definitely in the cards for those guys.
I think that's got to be their goal, to be practicing Thanksgiving week.
All right, let's do it. Calvary 13, Lakeside nothing, getting some reports of rain starting to fall over there too. Northwood 25, Huntington 0, a Bogan 2-yard run, the latest score there. The last thing I have from Woodlawn Minden was a 14 all score. You got the same?
Do not have that. Second quarter, 14 all, had 14-7.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we do have 14 all because Dr. Williford sent that to us.
You gotcha. Just getting a text also, Calvary's tacked on another, and Lakeside is on the board, so 20-6 now. In that game, 20-6, Calvary leading Lakeside. Woodland and Minden. Woodland. I just made up a new team.
Dearborn.
Woodlawn and Minden 14 all. Haynesville 27, Lincoln Prep nothing. I think Manny is now 19-0 over Menard. Okay. BTW 12, Bossier 7, Red River 26-0 over Lakeview. Arcadia 30, plain dealing nothing. Natchitoches is actually taking the lead now. They are up 21-14 over Pineville. Franklin Parish 28, Green Oaks 8, West Monroe 10, Ash nothing, Ouachita 7, Ruston nothing, and Homer in the second quarter leading Jonesboro Hodge 6-0.
Wow, look at that!
Homer has.
Who was it that was talking about Homer today? Was it Coach Franklin or
somebody's playing him next week? Is it where?
No, it's a 5A school. Neil May
Parkway. Yeah, that's right, because they were on the schedule before he got there. He said.
What's the score in the Homer game again?
6-0. They're ahead, and I think Homer's 5-1.
I think they are as well.
And we know Jonesboro Hodge is much better, so that's nice.
That's fantastic. Good news for the Homer Pelicans. This is Friday Football Frenzy. We are powered by Chevyland, your wonderful, family-owned and operated dealership, 7500 Uri Drive, 9.5 acres of new cars, trucks, SUVs to choose from. The home of the Tahoe and the Suburban, the official vehicle of Shreveport and Bossier. They're everywhere, and for good reason. People love them. They're fantastic. You can haul 58 people inside these things. Chevyland, you know it by the feeling, bringing you Friday Football Frenzy on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Adam, T. Stu, and myself, we all will be back right here after these commercial messages. Welcome back, everybody. This is Friday Football Frenzy, brought to you by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport. Also brought to you by the fine folks at Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. A great place to be to watch games. What game is it you're talking about?
All of them. All the games.
They've got them.
Every one of them.
3 college games tonight in football. National League Championship Series game 1.
They have so many TVs. Okay.
62 in Shreveport.
That if you're wanting to like find the other game that like the other people aren't really interested in, you don't have to be that jerk that asks for them to change the channel, because there's enough TVs where they can do it for you.
Right.
I would like to watch the Mountain West game.
Well, it's over on those 4 TVs over there.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know how the voice sounds.
You did the cupcake voice. Joining us on the Walk-On's Bistro and Bar hotline, the man, the myth, the legend, the ace, KNOE sports director, and a pal of mine as well, Aaron, let me get his name right, Dietrich, I believe, Aaron Dietrich.
Well, the lead-in was going extremely well, and then you said my pal, and I was like, oh. And then you said walk-ons beforehand. I said, oh, let's meet at walk-ons afterwards. That's perfect.
I've absolutely thrown you for a loop. What's going on, AD?
Not much, man. What's going on? Highlight of my year so far. I get to go on this show.
Well, you know, I'm sure it probably is. I know you well, and I know that you're telling the truth. Washita and Ruston, man. Let me first just ask you this. The big news over here is Washita moving down to 4A. How big of a deal is that over in Monroe?
It's pretty big, especially considering then, you know, you throw them in that same district with Neville and Bastrop. There's a chance that Bastrop could be moving down to 3A. So the bigger news tonight, though, with Ruston, you know, they have a tight end, a verbal commit 2 weeks ago to named Ray Parker, 6'5", 280-pounder. Got great hands, great speed. He'll probably be an offensive tackle for LSU.
Right.
But he didn't make the trip. He is not on the sidelines. He's certainly not on the field. So that has hurt Ruston tonight.
Wow. Any word on why he did not make the trip?
Well, I didn't get a press release from Ruston High just yet. But no word from him yet.
Well, you're there at the game, you know. Why not just go ask the coach, hey, where's Ray Parker in radio? Hey, I'm Aaron Dietrich, dang it. Hello, Aaron's Aces. I deserve to know.
I know. I'm not a scoop reporter like you, Fletch. I'm on the Washita sidelines. I'm about to make my way over there. I will get the scoop here in a minute.
All right.
I didn't pry just yet, man. But the big news is he's not on the field, and his team trails 7-3 at the half. How's that?
Wow, 7-3 at the half. Ugh.
Yeah.
Has it been an ugly game, or has it been a very well-played defensive game?
Yeah, I'd say an average game. Both special teams had a turnover. There's been 2 missed field goals in the first half. Washita features 2 dynamic running backs, and they got it going on their one drive that, of course, produced the 7 points. But overall, this is kind of, you anticipate not a low scoring, but at least a tight game between these 2 teams. Last year they had a 31-28 shootout. The year before that, it went right down to the wire. I think it was 5 or 6 points. So, I mean, this is typically what we get in this matchup, just usually a little bit more points.
All right. How good is Washita? Okay, are they West Monroe Challenge good, or are they still a step below that?
That is the million-dollar question. I thought a lot of those, you know, we did kind of the litmus test tonight against Ruston. Their one loss this year came at Neville. And,
right.
You know, they got a sophomore quarterback in Zach Shaw, so you're thrown into that kind of environment. He misfired a lot. You could tell he was nervous. He was shaky. And, you know, Neville has had Washita's number. Not like West Monroe has had Washita's number, but there's something about when Washita plays the likes of West Monroe and Neville, sometimes it gets a little bit in their head. That's their one loss of the year. That came about a month ago. They've rebounded nicely. I thought this was a big test. If they can handle Ruston tonight at home, then we'd see in 2 weeks when West Monroe comes here what they could do. But, you know, you look back at last year, I don't know if you remember or not, it was a 14-13 game, West Monroe versus Washita. Everybody say, oh, wow. Well, it is pretty darn impressive because if you look at it, West Monroe hasn't lost to Washita since 1994. West Monroe hasn't lost to Ruston since 1990. West Monroe hasn't lost to Neville since 1995. I mean, you're talking about 3 amazing streaks right there.
Who does West Monroe lose to? That's the.
They lost to Zachary last year. And they lost to Evangel a bunch of times.
Yes, of course Adam Hester here nodding his head and raising his fist feels that glory coming back there. So don't make his ego get any more swollen than it already is. Ad.
I know. Sorry.
That's all right. Now, does Ouachita still have the ghost of the girl praying at the front doors of their high school?
I don't think so, man.
Oh, buddy, that used to be kind of like going to the submarine races back in the day. You'd take a date to go look at the ghost of the girl at Ouachita High School, who you'll see kneeling in prayer inside the hallway.
That says a lot about your social life.
I think it says quite a bit about my social life. And the fact that you don't know anything about it makes me think that maybe they've taken the lion statue out of the way, because that's what it was. Your headlights would hit the lion statue, and it would give off this look like a girl kneeling in prayer.
Man, how can you flunk out of Northeast when you're going and looking at things like that?
Because I was going and looking at things like that and then going back home and not studying whatsoever.
Okay. All right.
AD, it's 7-3 at the half. You going to stick around a little bit longer?
Well, I don't know, man. We don't like to work over here,
I understand that. You've only got cupcakes for your competition.
Like you said, that competition there. So, yeah, I probably will stick around a little bit longer.
Well, very good. We'll check back in with you, all right?
Oh, I look forward to it.
You're the man,
More
Aaron
stories
Dietrich.
from college coming up?
Do what?
More stories from your college ranks?
Yes, I'll give you one more NLU story when we come back.
Okay, great.
I know it's something to look forward to. See you, AD.
Thanks,
Aaron Dietrich, man, is awesome. Dr. Freddie Williford joins us now on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline, where Woodlawn is in a very good football game against Minden. This is a big game, Dr. Williford. Playoff implications. Where are we in the game, and who's leading who?
21-14 Woodlawn at half.
21-14 Woodlawn at half. So it's about as even matched as I guess we kind of thought it would be, Adam.
It has. The first quarter was just all offense, just up and down the field, both teams. Second quarter, defense showed up, and we was able to get a couple of stops, scored one, and then we were down to the 5, had a penalty, brought us back to the 16, and couldn't punch it in, and so we turned it over on downs, and Minden ran out the clock in the first half.
Oh, so you guys were going in for a 2-touchdown lead.
Should have had 3.
Wow.
We had another stop inside the red zone earlier.
Oh, boy, those lost little opportunities like that, do they come back and bite you in the rear end later on? We'll find out. Who got the ball first? So, in other words, who's getting the ball in the third?
We received the ball first, so we'll be kicking to them, but we got a pretty good little rain coming down.
That's what my wife just texted and said, are we in Seattle? Because it is a cold, hard rain right now.
More here than Seattle people.
So this is, I think it's a little unexpected, at least for me. I didn't know we were going to get rain tonight. It'll be very interesting. Very interesting.
We're going to see what's going to come.
All right, Dr. Williford.
Let's go get them.
You got it, buddy. He is our Woodlawn correspondent, Dr. Freddie Williford. Always a pleasure talking to you, Doc. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right.
That beautiful natural grass there in the pit. So far, so good, man. Boy, they've done a nice job of that place.
They have, yeah.
It looks fantastic. Happy for them.
Much improved.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Speaking of improving, we improve our show anytime we have Tamika on with us. Good.
Hi, Fred.
Hey, Tamika, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. A little wet, but okay.
Again, the rain. Did you know it was going to rain? I'm the only guy did you know it was going to rain, Adam?
Maybe overnight, but not now.
I didn't know it was going to rain. Were you prepared, Tamika?
Well, I have my rain jacket, but I'm still a little wet.
Okay, well, I understand that. What's happening in this BTW Bossier game where both teams are just hangry for a win?
It's been pretty good. Bossier came in and was able to score first and got 7 points on the board, but then we had a drive, but then Bossier got the ball back, but then Bossier fumbled the ball, and so we got that and took that and turned it into 6 points, and then we was able to come back and score on a pass from KT, got a touchdown, and so it's 12-7 now.
12-7 at the half. 12-7 BTW at the half. Yes. BTW looking for their first win. Tamika, yes. We're not going to jinx them, but are you feeling it or not?
I'm feeling it. It's like deja vu from last year.
Hey, that's true. That's absolutely true. We were on with you last year this time.
That's right.
So here we go. Tamika's bringing that good luck for BTW up right now, looking for their first win of the season, up 12-7 over the Bossier Bearcats, and this is a district game as well in District 1-4A. All right, Tamika, stay dry. We'll holler at you later.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye,
Oh, we always love talking to Tamika. Wonderful young lady.
Always so cheerful.
Always cheerful. She's been taking care of athletes for a long, long time as a PT, so good to hear from Tamika. Before we take a timeout on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, Adam Hester grabs the spotlight, as he is wont to do, shines it directly on him. It's all him.
All me.
No me. No T-Stew.
And no interruptions.
No interruptions. For the first choice personnel, scores on the quarter, it's all Adam, all the time, starting right now. he takes over, starting now.
Calvary 27.
Adam
Lakeside
Hester,
6.
everybody. Adam Hester.
Calvary 27, Lakeside 6. Northwood 25, Huntington nothing. Woodlawn 21, Minden 14. Haynesville 27, Lincoln Prep nothing. Manny 26, Menard nothing. BTW 12, Bossier 7. Red River 26, Lakeview 0. Arcadia 30, Plain Dealing 0. Natchitoches 28, Pineville 21.
Ooh.
That's maybe one of the places to be tonight.
I know. I texted a guy, but I didn't get back from him.
We'll keep working on that.
All right.
We'll get it. Franklin Parish 36, Green Oaks 8. West Monroe 17, Ash 3. Ouachita 7, Ruston 3. That's a halftime score. Haven't seen an update here in a while, but a shocker early on. Homer 6, J. Hodge nothing. Second quarter score.
Doing it for Coach Kyle, I guess.
That's right. Update for Haynesville, 41-0 now at halftime.
41-0 and probably 0 Sergio Hardwell scores. What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear. 41-0, and that's a halftime score?
41.
41-0 over Lincoln Prep. It's about time for Dwayne Woodard's freshman son to take over at quarterback.
I think so.
Maybe he'll throw it to Sergio Hardwell. 8:04 the time. Friday Football Frenzy, taking a timeout. We thank the fine folks over at First Choice Personnel. If you're looking for a job, or if you know of someone looking for a job, they've got you covered. Get in touch, 797-7810, locally owned and operated, family owned and operated. First Choice Personnel, right there on Uri Drive. Warehouse workers, oil field shop workers, CDL licensed drivers. Who hit that home run for the Brewers, Adam? Clerical work.
Woodruff.
Who he?
I don't know. Number 53.
The Milwaukee Brewers have tied it up. Maybe the Dodgers are going to be looking for someone for First Choice Personnel to be a middle reliever.
Possibly so. They need concession stand help. Lobos up 21-0 over Mesquite Horn right now.
There we go. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call. 797-7810. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, returns on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel, right after these words. We are back on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, here on 101.7 FM, News Radio 710 Keel. Tim Fletcher, Adam Hester, and the man in the box, T-Stew, tonight. Always a good time to have T-Stew with us. Very talented young man, that Travis Stewart.
Yeah.
Got more talent in his little finger than Adam Hester has in his whole thumb.
Why does it always pick on me when I'm in this seat? What is that? What did I do?
I thought I was paying you both a compliment.
Thumb is big.
Travis, where are we going, my good man?
Calvary.
Calvary with Jeff Fielder on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Hello there, Jeff Fielder. How you doing, sir?
I'm wet.
Oh, boy. The rain has come through and wreaked havoc on homecomings all around the area as well. So what we got going on besides the unexpected rain shower?
Well, the weather is raining, and the Calvary offense is raining down on the Lakeside Warriors.
Really?
Yep, since y'all left, Joseph Wilson just scored on probably a 52-yard run. Cade Hart hit Mason Woodle in the corner of the end zone for about a 42-yard pass before the bottom dropped out of it. And then Isaiah Brown has added 3 running touchdowns to make it 35-6.5.
35-6?
That escalated quickly.
That's what I was going to say.
It did.
Wow.
I'm sure that's a shock for the Lakeside folks. They've scored 197 points in 5 games over the last 5 weeks, and so I'm sure that they expect to do a little bit better tonight. But the Cav defense has kind of locked them down. Jacquez Lott had a nice run up the sideline to get to the 2-yard line, and then they handed it off to him again to get their only touchdown of the night.
Holy moly. 35-6. Yeah, Rose Pine shut them down, and the only loss so far this year for Lakeside. But you're right, Jeff. They've been ripping and roaring here for quite some time. So, wow. Kind of a comeback down to earth for Lakeside, or is this more, this is how good Calvary can be?
Well, I think the Cavs have got some offense, guys, and it's starting to show in these district games. Let's hope they can keep it going and into the playoffs.
Well, that's what the whole goal is, and certainly a man who knows his way around getting into those playoffs and having success is your head coach. So I think he's got a plan.
Yes.
I'm trusting Rodney Guin on this one. All right, Jeff, we might come back to you here in the second half just to get a final report from you. How about that?
All right, boys.
Sounds good. Jeff Fielder joining us. Next up, we are heading to Jeff Green with Northwood, where they're taking on Huntington tonight. Hello there, Jeff Green. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Fletch, I'm trying to run back here. We got the good old homecoming going on. I'm trying to run behind the concession stand so I can hear you.
We'll give you a couple of seconds.
All right, Fletch, I think I'm probably in the safest spot I can be.
All right, very good. So halftime score at homecoming, Northwood and Huntington. What do we have?
It's 25-0, Northwood over Huntington at halftime. And Fletch, it rained the entire first quarter, second quarter, and it stopped raining just about the time the halftime started. So it's a quagmire out here, as they say.
Oh boy! So you got to think this 25-0 may not be too far away from a final score in this one.
It may not. They've had a lot of trouble holding on to the ball, both teams, when it started raining. While we missed all our extra points, we can't hold on to the snap, and the kicker can't plant his foot. It's been a mess.
Well, that's what happens, and you got to be careful. Make sure there are no freaky little injuries in this kind of stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, Fletch, you saying that, our big, good right tackle, Corey Marshall, went down. You know, he's kind of always had knee injuries going all the way back to when he played with me. And he stayed out on the field a few minutes. Now, I did see that he was walking. He was walking pretty good into the, at halftime. But, like you said, it's really dangerous out here.
It is, because what happens is you slide around on some of the sloppy turf, and all of a sudden there's a piece of turf that's not so sloppy. The cleats catch, and that's when the problems have occurred.
Exactly.
Like that. So
exactly.
We'll hopefully keep it on that. Hopefully everybody stays injury-free, and hopefully go ahead.
I'm sorry. And another thing is, Fletch, you worry about, we've had a couple of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on both teams.
Uh-oh.
you just hope that we kind of, let's just play football and get out of here with it. You sure don't want to get anybody kicked out for next week. So I know that's what Jim's saying in the locker room right now.
I assume that you are probably dead on, because there are bigger fish to fry as the season wears on for Northwood.
Right.
Not that this is not a big fish for Northwood. It's a district game. It's a rival. It's Stephen Dennis, who used to be a Northwood assistant coach. So obviously this is still a big game for Jim and everybody there at Northwood. Still, you got a lot of things happening. There's a road trip to Minden, and then you've got BTW and Bossier. So there's a chance. Undefeated season is right there in your grasp,
It is, Fletch, and it's tough to make the kids understand you got to take one at a time. And I want to tell you what, and I'm not looking past this one tonight either. I mean, there's another half of football, but
sure,
that trip to the pit next week, that may be a good one.
It usually is. Spencer Hurd will have them ready. By the way, Woodlawn winning that one at the half, 21-14 tonight, just in case you're wondering.
Yeah, I was wondering.
All right, you betcha, buddy. That's what we're here for. That's why we're here, Jeff.
I see that.
All right, we'll check in with you in the second half, okay?
All right, I'm going to work in the concession stand. I'm the assistant softball coach, and half the concessions go to the softball team.
There you go.
I'm gonna go do my duty.
Put your thumb on the scale when you start weighing those sandwiches. All right, man.
Absolutely.
See you later.
Right, see you later.
Halftime numbers from that game, by the way: Northwood 193 yards of offense, 166 of that on the ground.
Whoa.
Yeah. Huntington minus 25.
Oh boy.
Negative 37 yards rushing. For
oh my. Let's see if things are better for Dwayne and Haynesville. I believe they are at Lincoln Prep. Hello there, Dwayne. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Fletch. It is 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. It is 47-0 Haynesville. Haynesville got the opening kickoff, and Lance Grider took it back 85 yards for the touchdown.
Yeesh. Well, have the dogs been called off?
Yes, they have been called off.
Now, Adam is very curious. Has there been a chance where some of the Haynesville touchdowns have been given to Sergio Hardwell?
None.
Okay.
Lincoln Prep just scored on a 46-yard pass to Chance Robinson. With,
there we go.
5:48 to go in the third quarter.
Hey, good for them. Way to go, Lincoln Prep. And that's this kind of stuff, that you remember when you score against an undefeated Haynesville team that's probably going to be playing in the Dome, or certainly expects to be playing in the Dome.
We hope so.
Yeah.
We hope so.
What are the chances of young Woodard making an appearance here?
He has made an appearance. We were good on the hold on the PAT conversion.
Fantastic.
So in the second quarter. So that's
all right.
We have got in so far.
He's got his knee wet and his shoes muddy. That's a good thing.
Yeah, except we're on turf tonight. So
that's right. That's right. I was just bragging about how the turf looks great there. Okay.
Yeah, so at least we got the black stuff all over the net.
All right, Dwayne, we'll check back in with you for a final score. Haynesville well in control over Lincoln Prep.
All right, Fletch.
And we welcome now on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline to Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. It's Jeff Johnston, who is the PA guy for Franklin Parish, and they are taking it to Green Oaks tonight, Adam Hester.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, sir?
I'm about out of breath, I can tell you that much.
You've been saying a lot of stuff tonight. It's been a quite active game for you here. If you could, catch us up to speed what's happening with the Patriots and the Green Oaks Giants.
Well, it is the Patriots homecoming that came out a little keyed up, fumbled on the very first play of the game at their own 20-yard line. Green Oaks recovered, scored a touchdown, and since then it's been pretty much all Patriots. As quarterback L.T. Major has rushed for 4 touchdowns, including one that was an 87-yard touchdown scamper. He's also thrown for 2 touchdown passes as well here in the first half. And our score as we begin halftime, 42-16.
42-16. Now, Keith Baker, the quarterback for Green Oaks, is one of the leading passers in the state when it comes to yardage, when it comes to completion percentage. Jeff, what has Franklin Parish been able to do to keep him and the Green Oaks passing attack in check?
Well, I tell you what, he can sling it. There's no doubt about it. But Franklin Parish does not have a deep kicker on kickoff. They have 2 guys who are very adept at squib kicks and onside kicks, and they put them both out there at the same time, and you never know which one of them's going to kick. Patriots have recovered 3 squib kicks or onside kicks here in the first half. So
wow.
Really, they have kept the ball away from Baker by doing that.
Have they cashed in on every time they've recovered those squib kicks, Jeff?
Yes, the only time the Patriots had the ball that they did not score was on the fumble, and then there to end the first half as they ran out the clock.
Wow, taking a page out of the old Pulaski Academy book there, and
yeah.
Don't give them a chance to touch the football. It's kind of hard to put points on the board when you don't get the stinking football.
Well, one good thing for Franklin Parish, they have been injured the last 3 weeks. Against Union Parish 2 weeks ago, they had 7 offensive starters out of the game and then lost 2 of the backups during the game. So they've got everybody healthy tonight. I think only 1 player is still out that was a starter at the beginning of the season.
So, in other words, is it safe to say that Franklin Parish has not really been able to play their best football because of this, that maybe this is where they start kind of kicking it into the next gear?
Yeah, it's always good to get healthy before you face Bastrop and Neville on consecutive weeks, that's for sure.
Ooh, yeah. And then, by the way, the change of pace offense with West Washita to wrap things up. So, yeah. Bastrop and Neville will wait for Franklin Parish if they can make it through this thing pretty healthy. Where are they right now in the power rankings? Do you have that offhand, Jeff?
I can pull that up.
Adam, looking it up?
I haven't looked at it lately. Patriots still pretty good in power rankings because they played some good teams who
absolutely
have won a lot of ball games.
When you play Kentwood and Union Parish, that does not hurt.
No. And Houghton is 5-1 on the year.
6-1.
So yeah, even though Franklin Parish is 3-3, you project all the way out. They're still sitting at 24 right now. So this would be a nice bump for them if they can close this out.
They close it out, and if Green Oaks can win a couple more games, that helps as well. Pick up 15 points if Green Oaks can get to 5 wins. Jeff Johnston, I know you got things to do. It's home. You said it's homecoming, right? How are you able to even take a timeout? Don't you have girls' names to announce and all that good stuff?
No, we've got a teacher that handles the homecoming halftime, so I'm heading to the tailgate area.
Well, enjoy that. Any friend of Gene Ponty's is a friend of ours. So, Jeff,
I just talked to Gene a few minutes ago.
Well, very good. He's a good dude. Gene is an old buddy of mine from years gone by, Jeff, and so I appreciate him hooking us up together and getting your input here. It sure looks like that this one is going to go Franklin Parish's way, especially if Keith Baker doesn't get a chance to throw the football because of onside kicks. So, Jeff, thank you very much for hanging out with us, man, and good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good evening.
You too. Jeff Johnston here with us on Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Adam Hester, we're 6 minutes late for a break. So how about a first-choice personnel scores on the quarter plus 6 minutes?
Calvary 35, Lakeside 6, Northwood 25, Huntington nothing, Woodlawn 21, Minden 14, Haynesville 47, Lincoln Prep nothing.
6.
Yeah, that's right, because they just scored a touchdown. So we can update that. And Mustaka strikes out, but the Brewers do get another run. So
yes.
2-1 Brewers lead. 47-6, Haynesville leading Lincoln Prep. Manny 26-0 over Menard. BTW 12, Bossier 7. Red River 28-0. So they must have got a safety in there, I guess. 28-0. Arcadia 30, Plain Dealing nothing. I think that might have changed, actually. I'll go back and find an update there. Natchitoches is now 34-21 over Pineville.
Wow.
Franklin 42, Green Oak 16. West Monroe scored again before half, so that's 23-3. They lead Ash. Washita Ruston 7-3 at half. And I haven't seen an update in a little while, but Homer led J. Hodge 6-0 in the second quarter.
And the Mudbugs, I believe, are up 1-0.
All right.
With 14-14 in the second. The Bugs taking on the Amarillo Bulls, who are the division leaders so far this season. The Bugs in front 2-0 now. They just lit the lamp again. 2-0.
We should call Puff and have him be our reporter from the Mudbugs game.
Yeah. But he'd love that. There's nothing Puff loves to do more than work more than what he has to do. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, right here on 101.7 FM. 710 Keel, Adam Hester, Tim Fletcher, and that man, Travis Stewart. Taking us to the timeout. We will return. More updates, more everything on Friday Football Frenzy right after this. Welcome back, everybody. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Oh, coming up, by the way, at the end of the game when we talk to the winning coaches, we will be inquiring, because we're hard-hitting journalists, Adam Hester. We want to know not only the stars of the game, but the unsung heroes, brought to you by Gibbsland Bank and Trust, the great banking team, the unsung hero in the world of finance and business around here, in my estimation, because you look around and you're like, wait, Gibbsland Bank and Trust has a branch over on East Texas in Bossier next to the Bellagio.
Right.
Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, right over here.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon, 3400 Line Avenue in downtown, Shreveport.
Indeed.
And there's a lot of banks that have like 15 branches and stuff in town. How does Gibbsland Bank and Trust keep doing what they're doing with so few branches? Because they have great people. They literally have great people, and they have real people inside these branches. Real people helping you with your real banking problems, real banking needs, real financial needs, all squared away by salt-of-the-earth people that are just easy to deal with, fun to deal with, and they're out for your best interest. Gibbsland Bank and Trust bringing you the unsung heroes of the game. After the show, we go now. Manny's Josh Jenkins. The Manny Tigers were ripping up Menard early to the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar hotline we go. Hey, Josh, what's happening in the third quarter of your game tonight?
Yes, sir. We got 9:27 left in the third. It's 26-0. Same old story for the first half, man. There's so many flags. I think the crew thinks they play. They've been throwing so many flags. It's pitiful.
And the week of the referee so far.
It has been kind of a referee-dominated week.
I heard the Benton North Dakota game. We got hammered last night because of the referee.
A little bit of activity by the referees caught the attention of the head coaches in that one there, Josh. That I'm sure y'all are quite aware of a couple of those fellas. I know that Jess is good friends with Ab, so they probably share their disdain for some of the things that happen on the field with the laundry out there.
Yeah, they was having some Twitter battles last night.
Oh, yes, they were. What kind of penalties are being called here tonight? Are they silly penalties, or are they?
Nah, I'm sure they're throwing them for, I guess, for penalties. But I mean, it's one of them. You be sitting there, you don't even know what the penalty is. Like they call hold, you didn't even see it. I don't know.
Yeah,
they doing their job. They got a job to do. They're doing a job. I don't want to sound like they doing a job.
That's right. They didn't say you have to do. Didn't say they're doing a good job.
Doing a job.
Doing a job. They're doing a job. There's nothing wrong with that. We all want to do a job. Not everybody gets to do a good job with their job, Adam.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't want to get them. We don't want to get them on a bad day.
No, you don't. Not as
Jeff
bad.
does that already.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right, 26-zip, 9:20 to go in the third quarter. Who has the ball here, Josh?
We just scored.
Just scored.
32-0, 33-0. We just made the extra point.
All right. Who scored for the Manny Tigers? Did you
I couldn't tell. I'm down here on the other end.
All right.
They don't have no seats. We down on the track, just walking back and forth where we can.
So Manny has filled up the visitor side?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got a smaller visitor side.
Doesn't take.
And
there you go, Manny.
we travel pretty well. Manny travels well most of the time.
It's fun to follow a winner.
Whoever we play, we always get a good. Other team always gets a good gate.
And that's probably what Menard's thinking right now. At least if we're going to get our butts whipped, we're getting paid for it.
Yeah. Next week we'll play. We'll play a home game, and we play Lakeview next week, and sometimes they don't travel well.
No, probably won't get too much of a gate there.
There ain't a whole lot of excitement down there.
That next week, though, Red River, we go over there. That'll be a good one.
That'll be a good one. That's going to be one to keep an eye on right there with that new offense of Red River. Very interesting how that one's going to shake out. That's a good game in Week 9. Can't wait for that one.
I was surprised, though, last week with the Winfield score. 13-6 or whatever. I thought that
13-3.
Yeah.
Was it 3 or I thought they scored 6.
13-3.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they tightened down the screws on them, man.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of off a little bit. I would have thought anyway.
Yeah, well, it will be very interesting. Two coaches who know how to win state titles going head to head, and John Bachman and Jess Curtis know their way around the dome. So that's 2 weeks from now. It won't be much of a game for Manny next week. Not much of a game tonight either. Josh Jenkins on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Josh, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your help tonight.
All
right, man. Talk to you soon, Josh. We're going next to David Thrash, I believe, there, T-Stu. Bossier High School principal David Thrash. The Bearcats trying to claw back in this one. They were down 12-7 at the half. Coach Thrash, what do we have going on in Bossier BT? Uh-oh.
The second half didn't start good. They hit a line drive kickoff off our front guy, recovered their onside kick, went down and scored 18-7. We got the ball in midfield. Moving the ball between the 20s, but can't get it in. Been inside the 20 twice and ran out of downs. So 18-7, 8:03 to go in the third.
How's
we have not done anything to stop them.
Really? 18-7 BTW. That's last year. BTW got their first win of the year, I believe, in this game.
28-20, yes.
So, all right. So you got the ball right down. What yard line again are you on, David?
We're right at the lines are kind of faded. I think we're about the 46. We're almost to midfield.
All right. There's movement. That's a good thing.
Oh yeah, we moved the ball between the 20s, so we just got to get a break. Get a break and see what happens. It's quit raining now, so we'll see.
All right. How's the field conditions now that the rain has stopped?
They're kind of sloppy. I mean, you can tell the middle of the field already looks bad. So the end to the north looks okay. We hadn't been on, neither one of us been on that end very much. But, I think it's going to be all right. We just got to hold on to the ball, see if we can go down, score, and get some breaks.
Bossier Bearcats dropping down a classification next year, right? You're good with that, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're very good with that. Our numbers are down. We feel like we can compete in a little bit better in that 3A district.
Well,
won back-to-back district champions in 2011, 2012 when we were in 3A. So, we'll try to survive through this season and make adjustments and move forward.
Well, and it's amazing, Coach Thrash, once the winning begins. It's crazy how those numbers go up for the people who want to play football.
Oh, yeah.
It'll
definitely do it.
That's what it certainly will make a difference if you can get in there and get a couple of wins under your belt. This one's far from over, still over a little quarter and a half to go. Bossier hanging in there. BTW up 18-7. Thanks, Coach.
All right, now.
Talk to you soon. Randy is on with us now. Is that right? Randy of Red River joins us here on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar. Hey, Randy, this one was all Red River early. What's going on now here in the third quarter?
We took the opening kickoff, and we've had the ball a little over 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Just slow, steady drive, just kind of sitting on the ball and running it out. It's 28-0. We did add a safety after I talked to you earlier.
Okay, that's what. Yeah. Okay, we're at 26-28.
Just kind of the wing tee going on now. You see 3 yards in a cloud of dust again.
You get 3 yards every carry, you're going to win a football game.
That's right.
So starters.
Starter's still in.
They
started the third quarter.
Okay.
Well, the quarterback is out. He tweaked his ankle a little bit, so they went ahead and sit him down with it under control. We've actually got a freshman quarterback in right now that's doing a pretty good job.
Wow, that's some pretty good, valuable experience.
Absolutely.
For a kid to come in in a game like this, where the pressure is really off. All right. So, how big is this freshman?
He's probably 5'10". I'm going to say 180. He tends to be a real big kid. His dad's a former Bulldog, played back in the Benny Logan days. His dad's a real big guy, so he's got the potential there.
Does Benny have any children?
No, Benny does not. He's still grinding in the NFL.
Oh, I know. Well, I was maybe if he had a child, maybe have that child raised in Coshada.
Well, we hope for it. He lives in Baton Rouge, actually. So we'll see.
We'll see. That big city life isn't for Benny Logan, though, man. He likes to hunt and fish.
You got to get to hear the horn.
Here we go. Touchdown, Red River. Let's go.
Okay. Got to hear your horn.
There we go. Nice job there, Randy. It's now 34-0.
Extra point.
We'll wait for the extra point. Let's see what happens here, so we'll get the score right for you.
Yeah.
Hey, they missed 2 extra points, right? Yeah.
It's lined up. Of course, we got a little shift we play every time.
Okay.
Tends to draw them off. We'll see if they have this. They've already drawn them off 3 times tonight.
Wow. You'd think they'd see it coming.
Here. Got the shift. Good snap, kick, and it's good.
35.
Horn one more time.
Yeah, I like that. You can do that remote control, right? Aren't you doing a remote?
Yes, I do. I do now. I upgraded this year. We got that little technology down here finally.
Tell you what, man, it's amazing what you can find at Nichols. All right.
That's right.
Good job, Randy. Appreciate it, buddy.
You bet. Thank y'all.
Randy Thomas joining us on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Adam?
Sir?
I believe it's time for Scores on the Quarter. 8 minutes late this time. First choice personnel. Make first choice your last call.
No, we're on a streak, so we can't mess it up now.
Exactly.
Calvary 35, Lakeside 6, Northwood 31, Huntington nothing, Woodlawn 21, Minden 14, Haynesville 47, Lincoln Prep 12. That is now in the fourth quarter. Manny 33, Menard nothing, BTW 18, Bossier 7, Red River 35, Lakeview nothing, Arcadia 36, Plain Dealing 8, Natchitoches 34, Pineville 21, Franklin Parish 42, Green Oak 16, West Monroe 23, Ash 3, Ouachita 13, Ruston 3. No update for a while, but Homer did have a 6-0 lead in the second quarter against Jonesboro Hodge. We'll try to see if we can figure something out on that one.
Those are your scores on the nearly quarter from First Choice Personnel. Make first choice your last call. Friday Football Frenzy powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport, Louisiana. They still have a smidge, just a few Silverado Texas Edition LT crew cabs, $12,000 off. Not many of them left, but you better get to them now, buddy. Chevyland, doors will open tomorrow morning. Get you some. Chevyland, you know it by the feeling. What's the score of the Brewers-Dodgers game, Adam?
2-1 Brewers, but the Brewers got something going. Second and third, nobody out in the fourth inning.
We'll be back right after this on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Welcome back, everybody. Friday Football Frenzy powered by Chevyland. My name is Tim Fletcher. Adam Hester's here.
Hello.
What's the score in that Brew Crew game there, AH?
4-1 now. Milwaukee still got runners on, and Kershaw is done.
Kershaw is done. What goes wrong for that fella once the regular season ends?
Just a mystery.
It's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
What's not a shame is the fact that we've got true journalistic pros that are able to help us. One of those is not Aaron Dietrich. It is Aaron Dietrich on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline, a true pros pro. What's up, AD? How you doing, sir?
I'm good, bud. You know how it is on Friday night.
I do.
Scramble on a little bit.
Just you sound kind of cool, calm, and collected, though. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, it is 8:43. You know, at about 10:11, we'll see what it's like.
Yeah. How long of a show do you guys do now?
13 action-packed minutes. Oh shoot! Got an ambulance behind me. 1 minute, please.
No problem.
Hear the ambulance passing by. There you go.
I didn't hear anything. You got a very quiet car. Nice job there, AD. Making the big bucks.
I see you want an update on this Ruston game.
I do want an update. Yes.
All right. It's 13-9 now, entering the fourth quarter. Washita leads over Ruston. First half, I told you, it was a low-scoring affair, 7-3. Didn't muster much offense. I think Ruston had 130 yards in the first half offensively. Washita had 90, but they had the 7-3 lead. They came out and took the lead 13-3, and then Ruston scored right before the end of the third quarter to make it 13-9. So it looks like it's going to go right down to the wire.
Who's supposed to win this game?
That's a good question.
Who did Aaron's ace pick?
I took Washita, but I just it was going to be a squeaker, and it's looking like that's the way it's going to play out. So.
And as you mentioned the first time we talked to you, AD, that Ray Parker, the future LSU Tiger from Ruston, did not make the trip for Ruston in this game.
Not. And then you pressed me and said you questioned my journalistic skills. Why
yes.
I didn't have an answer. Why?
Right.
Correct?
Yes.
So I did sniff around a little bit, and the Ruston people tell me it wasn't the player's decision not to make the trip. So how's that?
I think that tells me, I think, what we need to know, that the coach decided that Mr. Parker needed to cool his heels for a game and see what it's like to not play for your high school in a very big high school football game.
Unfortunately, that really hurts their offense. I mean, he's a big part of it. We got a 6'5" tight end, and they went to him a couple times last week against West Monroe, and he caught 2 touchdown passes against Ruston last year. I mean, against Washita last year. So not only that, of course, his pass catching ability is also what he needs to the offensive line up front, and they've struggled running the ball.
And while we've got you, AD, we don't talk to the Monroe folks very often over here on the show.
That's your fault.
It is our fault, but we're going to try to change that. It's a lot of fun talking to you. West Monroe, are they the best 5A team in the state?
Good question. Are we taking John Curtis out of the equation?
Yes. Talking postseason possibilities here.
Yeah. Zachary's still pretty good, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, West Monroe's having a pretty good year. Actually, they're playing undefeated Ash. Now, everybody's going to say Ash has an asterisk being undefeated 6-0. Your boy Thomas Bachman's doing some great things there. We talked to him a couple times this week about, being undefeated, coming to Rebel Stadium, what that was going to be like. Huge challenge, a step up for his, his program. West Monroe right now is rolling against Ash. Yeah. So, the Rebels could make a major argument that they are the best team in 5A. I don't know if you remember or not, they stole one over there in Shreveport against McGill-Tulane to remain undefeated. Basically, McGill-Tulane could have ran out the clock, and they literally fumbled the ball, and West Monroe ran it in for the touchdown, and, of course, beat them in overtime. But it happens in high school football. There's a big win for them, and they're undefeated. The offense is coming along. Offensive line still a big question mark for West Monroe. But defensively, the Rebels always have that defensive front. It's really good. Well, this may be one of the best defensive fronts they've had, perhaps since the Terrell Lathan, Barkevius Mingo, Chucky Hunter days up front. So, I mean, pretty salty group.
That's, 8 years ago? 7 years ago.
Yeah. It's been a while. All those years kind of blend together after a while.
Well, they do, because there's a lot of wins. They all kind of start stacking up on top of each other. So Washita up 13-9, West Monroe demolishing Ash. Franklin Parish is really handling Green Oaks. And for those not familiar with Franklin Parish, AD, is this something they do often? They've been successful on 3 onside kicks tonight.
Wow. I did not know that. The biggest story I heard from that game is L.T. Major. He's a terrific quarterback.
Yeah.
He had 6 touchdowns in the first half for Franklin Parish.
4 passing, 2 running.
The majority of the year. And I've been, we do this thing called Elite 11 where we kind of list the best players of the week on the radio side, and I've been waiting for his breakout game. He had 4 touchdowns last week, but I think he's making up for it tonight with the 6.
Well, and they're facing a Green Oaks team, AD. They've got a little sophomore quarterback, Keith Baker. He's about 5'9", about 160. One of the leading passers in the state as far as yardage, as far as completion percentage, easily the leader over here. And he's playing well. Jeff Johnston, the PA guy over at Franklin Parish, said, look, we can't stop this guy, but we've had 3 successful onside kicks.
Yeah, wow.
And so when you do that, it's interesting to see if Franklin Parish kind of continues that Pulaski Academy roll the dice. Let's, try to limit their opportunities and see if that pays off for us in the end.
Yeah, I really thought that was going to be a tight ball game.
I did too.
Franklin Parish, of course, their homecoming game, and I watched what Green Oaks did last week. Held their own against Painesville. I thought, well, this might be competitive, but obviously I was going again.
Well, it's one of those things, AD, though, that at Green Oaks with their speed, dude, if they can get 1 or 2 touchdowns and stop Franklin Parish and recover onside kicks, they'll be okay. All right. Hey, let's do this again next week, man. Where are you going to be next week?
Come on, Fletch. How am I supposed to know that?
I would have the whole season planned out, but that was just me. I mean, I knew where everyone was supposed to be every week, 10 weeks in advance, but you do it your way. You do it your way.
I thought that was Boucher that did all that.
It was. He is the grandfather of us all, Dietrich, as you well know.
Yes, I understand.
Aaron Dietrich, hardest working man in show business, taking care of KNOE TV in Monroe. If you ever get a chance to head over to Monroe, you will thoroughly enjoy watching Aaron Dietrich Sportscast because the guy puts everything he's got into every sportscast, which is the way you're supposed to do it. AD makes local TV a high priority, and I love that about him. Always have. Always a pleasure talking to you, AD.
Thank you. You can follow me on Aaron's Aces. Thank you, Fletcher.
That was just a shameless plug. You had enough. That was way too much. All right, buddy.
Later. Bye.
See you, Dietrich. Freddie Williford joins us now in the game that is a huge one, I guess, as far as the games tonight, Adam. Is this the one that means the most for postseason play, Woodlawn and Linden?
Yeah, both of these guys need a win.
Dr. Williford?
Yes, sir.
What do we have happening at the pit tonight?
This is the first snap of the fourth quarter. It's still 21-14. It's 3rd and 5 at the 9.
Ooh.
And Minden has the ball. They may have just picked up the first down. And another flag on the play. The third quarter has been a sloppy penalty fest in the third quarter.
Dr. Williford, if I had a nickel for every time we've heard penalty or flags or officials last night and tonight, I would probably have about $3.25.
Well, you could add another quarter to that bag.
What is it about it? I mean, are these legitimate penalties that you're seeing that you're looking at and going, all right, they should have called that. That was a good call. Or is it superfluous?
About half and half. About half and half. Some of them's obvious, and then some of it has absolutely nothing to do with the play. This is high school football. It's on the backside, 15 yards away from the play, and all of a sudden we're going to throw a flag. It just I don't understand it.
Well, and there's got to be a happy medium. We're going to try to get Mike Thibodeau on with us on the radio show next week because that's Dr. Williford. You just hit one of the things that I think is the biggest problem with the officiating at the high school ranks. You can't let someone just go over there and club somebody on the opposite side of the field. But if it's a tug on the jersey or a little bit too handsy on a receiver on the opposite side of the field, there's just really no need to stop the flow. Oh boy. Wow.
All right, so Woodline's now got the ball. Looks to be on about the 40 or 45. Their own 40, 45. So here's another opportunity to bring it on home.
So was that a throw into the end zone?
No. They threw from their 15, threw it to midfield. We intercepted it about the 40, 45. I can't tell what the spot is from here. But now it's 1st and 10 Woodline.
I had the other 15 in my mind. I thought Minden was driving that close.
No, they were coming out of there.
They were on the negative 15. And now Woodlawn is where again, Doc?
They're on their own 45.
Wow.
Yeah, thereabouts. I can't see the exact spot.
Okay.
Maybe 40. So
and how much time left in the game, sir?
11 minutes and 39 seconds.
Plenty of time for a lot of action. All right.
Amen.
Good stuff, Dr. Williford. We will be back in touch soon.
All righty, I'll be waiting with a winning score for the Woodline.
Oh, look at that. The confidence is brimming with Dr. Freddie Williford. All right, buddy, good to talk to you. Let's go to Plain Dealings. Dennis joins us right now, right? Is that where we're going, Travis? Dustin Dennis, all right. Hey, Dustin Dennis, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, well,
Uh-oh.
it is 56-16, 5:40 left in the fourth quarter, and Arcadia just got an onside kick.
Whoa. Arcadia just got an onside kick?
Well, I think he was trying to kick it further, and
okay.
it's raining pretty good, so
yeah,
kind of a muff kick. They recovered it.
Okay, that makes it a little bit better then. Corey Russell, early on, you said had 3 touchdowns. What has the big man done since then?
He scored like 3 or 4 more.
Good grief.
He's pretty much run wild all night, however he wants.
Wow. How big is this kid again?
Right.
Is he about 170, 180, something like that?
Yeah, he's not a real big
I didn't think he was
guy.
big,
He's
like
just
210 or 2, yeah.
If Coach Franklin said he
He's
was
fast.
kind of just normal size.
He's probably about 5'10", about 170, 175 maybe, but he can fly.
Well, he has made mincemeat out of teams all season long.
Well, their little fullback, number 12, he's not too bad either because he just broke one for about 48. It took about 3 seconds.
Wow.
It is now 62-16.
Oh, boy. Is the clock running?
The clock's running. It's been running all the second half.
All right. Yeah, they got Corey Russell listed at 5'10", 178.
Yeah, and he's fast. He's got a good future. He stays healthy.
Well, this sounds like a kid that's showing no interest right now, Dustin, on 24/7's recruiting website. Sound like this is a Grambling Northwestern State. UL Monroe needs to jump all over this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Somebody needs to come jump on it.
Yeah. 62-60. Did they make the extra point?
They're failed 2-point conversion.
All right. 62-16.
So
and
62-16, 3:30 left on the clock.
Okay. Very good. All right there, Dustin Dennis. I think our work is done with young Dustin Dennis. Plain Dealing, Arcadia. Tough one for the Plain Dealing Lions, but there's always next week, right, Dustin?
Oh, yeah, we got Haynesville at home, though, so it's not going to get much easier.
Well, there's always the week after that. You know, how about that?
Oh, yeah, we got Lincoln Prep after that.
Hey, now, there we go.
Hey, there we go. We got a chance on that.
That's going to be at least finally a little more of a level playing field. So that's something to look forward to.
So.
All right, Dustin, appreciate your help tonight, man.
Oh, no problem. Anytime.
You betcha. Have a good weekend. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. The Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline getting a workout tonight, as is Adam Hester with the First Choice Personnel scores on the quarter.
We got him. 42-12 now. Calvary leading Lakeside. Another Joseph Wilson touchdown there. So 42-12, Cavs lead. 40-0. So that had to be another safety, if that's correct, for Northwood. 40-0, they lead Huntington. 21-14, Woodlawn Minden, leading Minden. That's the one to keep an eye on. Our first final of the evening, Haynesville over Lincoln Prep, 53-12. 40-0 is also the score that we have from Manny over Menard at the moment. 18-7, BTW leading Bossier. 35-0, Red River over Lakeview. Arcadia 62, Plain Dealing 16. Natchitoches now 41-21 ahead of Pineville. 42-16 is the Franklin lead over Green Oaks. 30-3, West Monroe leading Ash, and Ouachita 13, Ruston 9. And we have an update. Jay Hodge has scored, so they lead Homer 8-6 in the third quarter.
Very good. Those are your scores on the quarter, presented by First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call. Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. That's where we get our correspondence piped in to you so that you get all the updates. Of course, our Gibbsland Bank and Trust Unsung Heroes of the Game will be coming up very, very soon. And if not for Chevyland, we wouldn't have a show. They've been our title sponsor since the get-go. Chevyland, powering Friday Football Frenzy right here on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Tim Fletcher, Adam Hester, and T. Stu. We'll be back right after these words. Don't get the violent films that often. It's always a pleasure to hear. Welcome back, Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Tim Fletcher, Adam Hester, and, of course, Travis Stewart. T-Stu taking care of the ones and twos. A lot of good stuff going on. It's a rainy night around northwest Louisiana, but it seems to have subsided by now.
A little bit, yeah. I said it was pouring in multiple locations, and I think now it's maybe finally starting to taper off.
I wonder if that's heading towards the Fun Row area.
Probably.
We'll find out if it's made its way down to Sinlaw, because joining us right now on the Walk-On's Bistro and Bar Hotline, it's Micah Coleman. Hey, Micah, how are you doing tonight? And thank you very much for joining us this evening.
No problem, no problem. Enjoying some football weather down here in Natchitoches. It's dry and cool.
Oh, lucky you. Dry and cool. That's the way to get it right there. So what do we have happening here tonight between Pineville and Natchitoches, the good old rivalry here?
Natchitoches Central is currently up 48-21. We've got about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter on a homecoming night for Natchitoches Central. Playing well. We've had a couple scores, big plays at first touchdown of the night, 80-yard run by Trey Solitaire for Natchitoches Central, and looks like we're still moving the ball, starting to put it away a little bit.
How many of these Chiefs play a little hoops for you there, Micah?
Oh, we have several. And all very important. So I watch football every night with extra interest and usually holding my breath. So.
Do you go in there while they're taping ankles and say, how about another roll of tape just for good measure?
I tell them to run fast and run out of bounds.
That's the way to do it. I mean, do you have, 5, 6, 7 kids that are playing?
We have 6. We have 6, and 3 of them are starters on the basketball 4, and all good kids, all good athletes, and they represent Natchitoches Central well in whatever sport they're playing. So proud of them.
It's always a good time for Natchitoches when they beat Pineville, I assume. A little bragging rights there. Not too far down the road there to get to the Sinlaw capital of the world in Alexandria and Pineville. And just curious, though, with you, Micah, here, as the Chiefs basketball coach, do you encourage your kids to do the multi-sport thing, or are you a guy that,
No doubt.
Okay.
No, absolutely. If I were 16, 17 years old, I'd be out there on a football field right now with a helmet, loving it. These guys are only young once, and I encourage them, if you keep scoring it, I'll say go play it. Because when you get to be my age, you don't get to play anything anymore. So, no, we encourage them to play everything they can.
Well, Micah, this is fantastic. Again, the score 48-21, time wasted in the fourth quarter. Well in hand for the Chiefs tonight. So a big win for Natchitoches over Pineville and Dennis Dunn and company. So the Natchitoches Chiefs win. So, Micah, if you don't mind, we're going to put you in the old Rolodex here and keep you in our pocket for Natchitoches, if that's all right.
Absolutely. Would love to do it.
All right, man. Micah Coleman, head basketball coach for the Natchitoches Central Chiefs, taking care of us tonight on the Walk-On's Bistro and Bar Hotline. Thanks, Micah.
No problem. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Pretty solid guy to have for
That's not bad.
Games,
Not bad. Steve Graff coming through.
Yeah. Nice.
Look at old Graff coming through. Tamika is going to come through for us here. Hey, Tamika, what's happening in the BTW Bossier game?
Yeah, before the end of the third quarter, Bossier got a touchdown, so now it's 18-15 for 11 minutes and 44 seconds starting the fourth quarter. But we have the ball, and we're running with it. We're trying to make it to the end zone. Oh, he gets out. He gets out of bounds. So we made us another first down, so now it's time to try again.
All right, so
working towards the end zone, Fletch. Working towards the end zone.
That's where you want to be. That's where the party people are, in the end zone.
Yes.
That's where the parties happen. So is it 18-14 or 18-15?
18-15.
Okay, what yard line are your BTW Lions on now?
Fletch, I got to run and go see.
You don't have to run. You can just walk fast if you want to. That's fine.
No. They're on the 25-yard line.
25-yard line. This would be a big deal here.
Yes. And got another first down.
Uh-oh.
But then we got a flag. You know how that goes.
Penalties.
Yes. Yes, I wish they stopped throwing them so we can finish the game.
BTW looking for their first win of the year. How's the attitude of the kiddos on the sideline tonight, Tamika?
Doing pretty good. It's homecoming, but we really couldn't do the homecoming festivities because of the rain. So,
wow, that stinks.
Yes. So.
Wow.
So we have a game. We have the game, but the band went inside because of the rain. Cheerleaders are gone. Dance line, majorette. Yeah.
Wow,
The rain.
wow.
Yeah, but if we can get this win, it'll be good.
All right. Well, let's see if they can get it here. So they're on the about the 17, 18-yard line now?
Well, no, we had a flag, so we're back at 25.
Oh, that's right. You had the flag. Okay. Let's see what happens with the Lions here on this next one. Let's see what happens on this next play here, Tamika.
It didn't get off. The running back got caught behind the line of scrimmage.
Uh-oh.
So we're down. We're 2nd and 10 still on 25.
Okay. Well, so far so good. If the game ended right now, Tamika, you'd be very happy.
Yes, I would.
All right.
Very happy.
Now it's got another 10 minutes to go. So we'll check back in with you before the 10 minutes are up.
All righty, then.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Tamika taking care of us from BTW. And we're trying to get Jeff Rhodes. Is that right, T-Stu? We got Jeff Rhodes. All right. Jeff Rhodes joining us here. Minden and Woodlawn, maybe the most important game of the night for playoff implications. All right there, Jeff. What do we have happening here in the fourth quarter between the Knights and the Tow?
Well, this game has been dictated by turnover after turnover. We are playing on a soggy night. In fact, Minden just turned over, lost the ball on about their Woodlawn's 10-yard line. Woodlawn scooped it up and ran it back out to about the 55. So I tell you what, we had 2 turnovers on one play earlier in the third quarter.
Say what?
Yeah, 2 turnovers. How you like that?
How did that happen?
Well, we turned the ball over to Woodlawn, and then Woodlawn turned it right back over to it.
Wow.
So it's just been a real sloppy game. Lots of penalties, and we're still locked up at 21-14 with about 6:53 left in the fourth quarter. And now Woodlawn has the ball back at midfield. So Minden had a good sustained drive going. They were backed up into Woodlawn's, I think on Woodlawn's 3-yard line, but they were to pull the ball out and about to score, but that turnover sealed that drive.
Wow. Hard to believe, buddy. Hard to believe, but it's happening. That this is, these teams are just so desperate for win. I wonder how much of this, Jeff, is that they're just trying so stinking hard. I think
it's a lot. I think that's a lot of it. And another thing, and I was asking somebody earlier. I don't know. Number 42, Stephon Wheeler, which is just a major leader on our defense, is not in the game tonight. So I wasn't there for the meal today, so I don't know what's going on there. I've not heard that he was hurt or injured, but he is not in the game tonight. And his presence, I think the lack of his presence on defense tonight has made a pretty significant difference.
And you never know how much of a calming influence a leader like that is in the huddle. When things start going south, if you turn the ball back over, your defense has just gotten on the sideline at them, but they got to go back out on the field.
Right.
You got that leader to take care of things.
It can kind of shore that up, especially if you don't have a lot of experience in other spots. When have that guy out there, because guys start to get tired, they start to feel sorry for themselves. Next thing you know, you're getting driven down the field.
Yep.
All right, Jeff, what's happening right now?
We're 3rd down and 10. Woodlawn drops back, throws the ball, and may have picked up the first down. Nope, I think he's just short, so it's going to be 4th and about a foot at the 40-yard line. So we'll see if Woodlawn's going to go for it. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah, no lie. If you got something going, time now right around 6 minutes.
Yep, 6:08.
Don't get too many more opportunities. You may only have one more possession, so you better take advantage of one that's got some promise.
Our defense needs to step up to the plate right here. We're about 4th and about a half a yard. So
all right,
this is a pretty big play for our defense right now. This is when Stephon Wheeler, really steps up. Okay, so we got a timeout by Woodlawn. So this is one of those moments where Stephon's presence on the field is critical. I think Stephon and Brandon Jackson are leading the team with tackles, and they just they're a formidable force on the defense for sure.
this is what are the playoff implications again, Adam, as far as the Louisiana Sports Line power rankings, projecting out the season for both Woodlawn and Minden right now?
Right now, Woodlawn is at 37. Minden is at 33.
Ooh.
So this is
wow.
a big game.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is huge.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I think we're at 35 right now, aren't we?
That's using the full schedule, like the games you haven't played yet, putting those opponents into it.
Okay.
Minden's at 33, Woodlawn's at 37.
Wow. Yeah, I knew it was a big game tonight.
All right, we're with Jeff
All
Rhodes.
Right. We're lining up.
Here we go.
See what happens. Quarterback's under center. He's not snapped under center. And pitch back, and he picked up the first.
Okay, so the drive is alive.
The drive
for
is alive.
Woodlawn. Okay, Jeff Rhodes. This one may not be settled in 48 minutes of football.
Maybe not.
You know, you may get a little extra football tonight in this one. Well, and that it doesn't cost you another dime whatsoever. Right. So that's like stealing money almost, Jeff. All right, Jeff Rhodes, we appreciate you, buddy, taking care of business for us. We'll get back with you, man.
All right, bud.
All right, Jeff Rhodes on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Before we take a timeout, we shift the scene over to Adam's side of the table for the first choice personnel scores on the quarter. Make first choice. Your last call, 797-7810.
As fast and as furious as we possibly can.
The Green Oaks score literally.
Literally, as we sit here today.
As we sit here right now.
Calvary 42, Lakeside 12, Northwood 47. That's actually just gone final. So Calvary is going to win that one 42-12. So we have a very happy coach going on a little bit later. Let's see. Northwood 47, Huntington nothing. As we just heard, Woodlawn 21, Minden 14. Final score, Haynesville 53, Lincoln Prep 12. Manny leading Menard 47-0. A touchdown has just happened for BTW. So it's now 24-15. They lead Bossier in that game. 42-0, Red River leading Lakeview. Arcadia 62, Plain Dealing 16, still going on.
Ooh.
Natchitoches, another game that's still going on. Natchitoches 54, Pineville 28. That is a third quarter score.
What?
Yeah. 54-28, Natchitoches leading Pineville. Franklin Parish 50, Green Oaks 30. A lot of points being scored tonight, some of these games. West Monroe 37, Ash 10. Ruston and Ouachita has, we may need to go back there. Lions 20, Bearcats 16. Ruston actually took a 16-13 lead before the last Ouachita touchdown, got them back on top. A final score, J. Hodge 8, Homer 6. It ends like that. I bet those cats are going to need some Chillin' Hill tomorrow.
Wow.
Northwood just went final as well, so 47-0 the final there.
47-0. Good, because we lost Jeff Green.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm wet, I'm going home.
I understand.
I don't blame him. Because the last time I checked, they're not getting paid a whole lot by us, are they, Adam? Are we paying them too much?
I don't think that's in the budget.
I don't think it is either. All right, that's your first choice personnel scores on the quarter. Friday Football Frenzy powered by Chevyland. We'll be right back. T-Stew on the ones and twos. My name is Tim Fletcher, and he's Adam Hester. We got more football to talk right after these words.
Make up your mind.
Welcome back.
Yeah, that's huge for us.
11 minutes after, 8 minutes after. I was going to say 11:30 the Tiger. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevy Land. Tim Fletcher, and Adam Hester, and Travis Stewart, bringing you all the high school highlight action. Yes. Whoop, whoop. Adam, you have a score update on Ruston and Ouachita.
Yeah, Ruston comes back, takes the lead after being down 2 scores. Ouachita regains the lead, only for Ruston to then score late in the game to win 23-20. And, boy, that's big.
How big is that for their playoff chance?
So Ruston currently sits 21st, but if you project their schedule, this is how tough it is. They shoot to 11.
Pardon me?
Yeah. So if you, which they hadn't, obviously power rankings not updated because the game just went final, but if you use their entire schedule, Ruston sits at number 11, while Ouachita was 5.
Wow.
That is a big win for Ruston.
Congratulations to the Bearcats.
Absolutely.
And, again, as Aaron Dietrich noted for us all night long, that was without their big tight end for the Ruston Bearcats,
the LSU commit,
who has been missing the entire time. Ray Parker in radio has been gone the entire night, did not make the trip over. So a big win for Ruston. Who do we have with us now, T-Stu? David Thrash, your principal at Bossier High. Coach Thrash, fourth quarter, BTW looking for win number 1. Bossier trying to get win number 2. What do we have happening?
It is 24-22 BTW. We just scored 2 long runs. Daniel Moore scored 24-22 BTW. 7:30 to go in the game. We just tried an onside kick and didn't get it. So BTW's got the ball around midfield. 7:30 to go. 24-22.
Wow. Gut feeling. What do you think's going to happen, David?
You know, they're having trouble when they try. I don't know why they keep trying to throw the ball. Booker T was, but the last drive they ran it down our throat. So we'll see. You know, we need a turnover, but that's going to have to be an equalizer because you need a team that stopped each other the second half very much.
All right, both of these teams desperate for a win. The field conditions, have they solidified any, or are they getting worse, David?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Okay, because it stopped raining. So.
Oh Lord, what was that? About a 40-yard gain, another option or a pass. But you know, whoever can stop the other one and score. You know? There's a lot of penalties, though. Both teams are holding a lot, so we will see.
And did you say that was a 40-yard gain for BTW?
Yes, I don't even know what kind of was. I don't know what that was. It looked like he fumbled in the backfield, and then he took off running, and then all of a sudden he threw it.
Huh?
Got up the sideline all the way down to the 24, 25.
All right. Well, BTW trying to, if they score and don't convert, it's still right there for Bossier to tie this thing up. So, Coach Thrash, hope you got enough phone juice there for you. We're going to be coming back to you soon.
We need a break.
All right,
get a break.
Talk to you soon, David Thrash.
Back later.
On the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Next up, Dr. Freddie Williford. Woodlawn and Minden. This one has been just a nail-biter all night.
Right.
21-14. Woodlawn had an opportunity, Doc Williford. What happened?
We blew it. It's still 21-14 with 2 minutes, 3 seconds left. Woodlawn has the ball on 46. I'm sorry, on Minden 46. 2nd and 8. A first down, and this game pretty much sealed.
So Minden has the ball.
Woodlawn has the ball.
Woodlawn has the ball.
Side. There you go. Another flag. I don't think we had a play this half. It didn't have a flag. So.
Mike Thibodeau's email and phone messages are probably not for those under 21. It has not been a good week for the, at least from what we have understood, for the referees who are trying their best. We know that they don't set out to make a rough go for the kids and the coaches, but it has certainly not been, at least from the things that we have heard, not been a good week for the high school football refs in this area in general. Maybe not everybody, but there have been a few schools that have had some serious complaints.
All right, so it's 3rd and 8. Penalty was declined. 3rd and 8 at the 44. A minute and 41 left. Woodlawn still up 21-14.
Does Minden have any timeouts left?
I believe they had 2.
All right, so even if Woodlawn gets the first here, stop it twice, Woodlawn may be able to snap this thing out. What is it, 30-second play clock for high school, right?
25.
25?
Yeah.
25, 50. It'll be close. This is a big play here, Doc.
We got the first down, I do believe. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Stewart on the toss.
And that should wrap things up.
With a minute and 10 seconds left, yeah, that should take care of it.
Brian Stewart. It looks like Woodlawn's going to win 21-14. Dr. Williford, thank you very much, my man. Good
Have
stuff.
a good one.
You too. We're going to take a quick timeout here. We'll do scores on the quarter when we return, Adam.
All right.
We got to hit that break right on the money. And Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. T-Stew, Adam, and myself, Tim Fletcher, will return right after these words on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. I love it when a plan comes together, Travis Stewart. It works. Eureka. Friday Football Frenzy powered by Chevyland is on the air. Friday night, we are live on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. On Saturday mornings, the Power Hour repeats on 11:30. The Tiger for you LSU fans heading down to Baton Rouge, listening in. Safe travels and best of luck to your Tigers. For you Georgia fans, why are you going down there?
Get out of our state.
Stay out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want you. Don't need you.
No one wants you here.
Adam Hester's here. Hello, Adam.
How's it going?
It's going all right. We've got a barn burner at Leonard C. Barnes.
Yeah.
It's a Barnes burner.
Makes
And
sense.
Tamika joins us on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline, where BTW looking for the first win of the year. Tamika joins us. Hello, Tamika.
Hi, Fletch. How are you again?
I'm fine. You sound like you are an emotional wreck.
Well, yes, because they got a touchdown now, 24-22, with 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the fourth, and Bossier has the ball again.
Oh, my. Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, well, they got a penalty. They're going back. All right, yay. Okay, I'm sorry. And I'm on Bossier's sideline. I had an injury, so oops, my bad.
Okay. But you treated their injury with care and tenderness.
Yes,
and
with tenderness,
expert.
but now it's been taken care of. But it's back to
Back to being a
Same time.
BTW fan. Nothing wrong with
Yes.
that. All right, so where does Bossier have the football, Tamika?
The football is on the. Look, it's so muddy. Let me look and see. It's on the 45.
45
On
yard.
the 45.
And how much time is
Bossier,
left?
3 minutes and 48 seconds.
3:40.
It is third down and 14 yards to go.
Ooh, let's see what
They're
happens
on the
here.
45. And, yeah, it's what's going on right now.
All right, let's see if they make any yardage here on this big third down play.
Well, we're having a referee powwow right now.
Oh, a referee
Yeah.
powwow.
Yeah, I wish I had that Jeopardy music right about now.
Yeah, that'd be good. T-Stu,
That
do
would
we have
be
any
so-
Jeopardy music we have there? I don't think we have any
Yeah, it would
sound effects.
be so cool to have it on right now.
It would be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the minds are meeting.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, here we go. They're still meeting?
Yeah, they
Have you seen
now they-
anybody exchange recipes or anything? Are we sure they're talking about football in that meeting?
it got to be. It's 9:30. We're still out here.
To me, it's just ready to go home.
Yeah,
I just want to go home.
It's time to, most people have already finished their game and are at home. And we've been out in the rain and trying to dry off. It's cold.
Poor
Want to
Tamika.
go home. Okay, they're trying to spot the ball. Trying to
Okay,
spot the ball
all
in
right.
the
Now
in
we're
the
gonna
right
figure it
place.
out. All right.
So third down.
Third down.
Still third down. Now we're on the 40.
Third down on the 40.
40-yard line.
Okay. Bossier has the ball. BTW looking for their first win of the season.
Looking for our first win. I mean, it's kind of like this is deja vu. We were like this last month.
I
We were
know,
on the
I
phone
know.
like this.
I know. It worked for you last year.
I know. Okay, we're still having a powwow with the ref.
Oh, my
Still
gosh.
still having a meeting.
What
Meeting
can
of the
they
mind.
really be talking about this long?
Ridiculous.
Adam, have you ever been a high school ref?
No.
Okay.
Don't want to be.
Oh, well, couldn't pay me enough.
No.
Well, they are really trying to make sure everything is correct. They're earning their paycheck tonight.
I guess so. Are they getting paid by the hour?
No.
Maybe
Checks
that's
are
what-
already cut.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. All right. Think maybe they get a little extra bonus if they take it over 3 hours. I feel for the homecoming girls. It still bothers me they weren't able to have their ceremony at halftime.
Yeah, we'll have the ceremony at halftime. So maybe something might be done next week, or the last home game, kind of encompass it all with the last home game.
Maybe put it in the basketball season.
They can do that too.
Yeah.
So it is 3rd and 20.
Oh, wow.
Ball
Third
is on
and
the
20.
40.
Okay. Bum, 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 bum.
Now, one of the referees probably Sue Concilio.
Okay. Concilio being calm, cool, and collected?
Yes, he's been calm, cool, and collected most
Very
of the
good.
night. Yes, he has.
All right. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Got to stay calm. Are they? Have they started to play yet? Are they still meeting?
No, the referees are still trying to get together, talking to the coach and getting in their spots.
This has literally been 3 minutes of the referees talking.
The white hat is coming back over to talk to the sideline judge. Yeah, what's going on right now?
So even the fans are getting restless. Are they saying,
I'm trying to understand. You have the little earpieces in your ear and still can't communicate. I'm wondering about that.
I don't understand that. Wow. Okay. This is ridiculous.
It's not been a great week for the referees.
No, it has not. And again, I feel for them. They're not. How much does the ref make on a? What is it? 125 a game, 100 a game?
I mean, they got an increase from
Right, they got an increase.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, they're not getting out there making a ton of money doing this stuff. But you just, I mean, there's getting it right and getting it right now.
Yeah.
And they're not getting it right now in too many regards. So.
And then we have Mr. Bob Griffin out here.
Maybe Bob.
He's out here on the sideline.
Maybe Bob can straighten this out. Just ask Bob to make a decision. Tell him, let Bob have the final say, and everyone agree to it, like an arbiter.
So, okay.
Do we have action now?
Oh Lord. Okay, now. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, we have moved the ball back to the 45.
So it's third.
So now it's 3rd and 12.
Okay.
The ball is on the 44 now. Oh, no, excuse me. The ball's back on the 45. So it's 3rd and 12. So it went from 3rd to 20 to 3rd and 12.
All right.
Let's see if BT's defense can stop this here.
Here we go. Finally a play. Tamika has been very good.
We got a false start with Bozier. False start with Bozier here. And
3rd and 17.
So now we're about to move the ball another 5 yards.
Back to 5 yards that they just moved it back from.
Exactly.
Maybe that's what the refs were talking about.
And so now we're back on the 40, so it's 3rd and 21. Still 3rd down. I guess we play the down.
All right. Good.
So one of the coaches from Boulder talking about, let's let us win this. Let's let us play. Let us win this.
Right. There's been 7 minutes with not a play, not a ball snapped in this game. That's ridiculous. That's
okay. We snapped the ball. And all right, he made it to. Okay, let's see where 4th down.
Oh.
4th down and 20 and 13. 13 yards to go. Ball's on the 48.
And how much time left now, Tamika?
3 minutes and 15 seconds.
3:15. This is basically the play of the game.
Yes,
if BTW is able to stop them here, they may be able to run out the clock.
Yeah, time management, clock management is a beautiful thing.
It is. It is. Let's see what happens here on this 4th down play. Bozier.
On his 4th down play, and he does not get it. Ball is turned over on down.
BTW looks like they're
first down for BTW. So we have 2 minutes and 55 seconds left, and our clock management has to be on point right now.
Need a first down. Do you know, is there anything that shows how many timeouts Bozier has remaining?
No, nothing shows.
Okay.
The referees have it.
Okay, I got you. All right, Tamika. Nice job for patiently guiding us through
yes.
that death stare from the referees. All right, thank you very much, Tamika.
Bye, Pledge.
See you later. All right, so what are you thinking there, Hester? Do we
2:55?
2:55 left.
I don't know what the timeout situation is, but there ain't gonna be any passes thrown.
It was okay. Let's just talk about the ridiculousness of 7.5 minutes
for what, a 5-yard
5-yard difference
penalty.
It cannot be that difficult to sort that out.
No, I'm really looking forward to Concilio letting us know what that was about when we have him on next week.
Yeah, let's try to remember.
Yeah.
The 4th down, what the heck was going on? Let's go to David Thrash and see if maybe he might be able to. He might be on the sideline of the Bossier High.
Tight ends or timeouts also too.
That's true. We'll do Thrash. Final score, by the way, from Franklin Parish and Green Oaks, 63-30. Franklin Parish will win.
If you have the over.
Yeah. And according to Jeff Johnston, 4 pick sixes for Franklin Parish.
Wow.
Wow.
Kind of hard to overcome those.
Yeah. Holy moly.
All right, we got Thrash right now.
All right, got Thrash with us. Coach Thrash, we just had Tamika, who was very patient. There was about a 7.5-minute stretch, Coach, where the ball was never snapped because the refs were congregating the entire time.
Yeah, well, they figure that one out. I might get a new degree because they messed that one up bad.
So what happened from your perspective?
Well, we got a first down. They called holding. So we had first and 8. Then we wound up with, we had second and 8. And then they got the down wrong because they already moved the chains. But BT has fumbled, and we have the ball back.
Holy moly. BTW just took over on downs. Okay.
All right, it's 2:11 to go. We got the ball down. Looks like we
happened with JJ and Bill. JJ and Bill.
Got flags flying over there on their sideline.
Holy moly. Coach, this has been, and again, I don't want to be that guy, but it has been a bad week for the high school football refs this week.
Yeah, I was at the North Dakota Bend game. It was a bad week. I don't know what's going on now. We just got a penalty backing us up. I can't tell what we got called, but anyway, a while ago they moved the chains. Well, when they moved the chains, they were guessing to try to figure out where the line was. So I don't know what they're doing now. They moved it again.
Good grief! So, any idea where Bossier is going to take over the ball?
We got the ball in midfield now because they called it looked like a 15-yard penalty, but it's third down. We lost the down.
How did you lose a down?
I don't know. That's what they're talking about now.
Holy moly, Coach!
All right, well here we go.
So it's going to be third down and 15.
Yeah, it's third down and about 20.
Good gosh.
All right, BTW sacked the full ball. Fourth down, 158 and counting. I ain't understood that yet. But anyway, fourth down and about, looks like about 20.
Holy
I don't know if we have a play in our playbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a left-handed wing back. Maybe he can chunk one.
Here we go.
It is. In motion.
Sacked
124 to go in the game. 24-22.
BTW looks like they got this one won unless they fumble it away.
Well, unless they fumble, this is over with.
All right, buddy. David Thrash, thank you, sir.
All right.
Holy moly. Let's try to pick up some positivity around here. That was just ugly.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Let's go to the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline where Rodney Guin joins us, head coach for the Calvary Cavaliers. Hello, Rodney Guin. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good now. I'm out of the rain.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a little unexpected. Did you forecast that? Did you have an idea you were going to get into a little rain shower situation?
No, we didn't. It wasn't no shower, man. It was a downpour over here where we've been. So
that's what I've heard.
Yeah, it was not good playing conditions or anything, but we're done, so that's good.
42-12 final, Adam, is that right?
Yeah, 42-12.
All right.
Sounds like a good night on the ground, Coach, between Isaiah and little Brandon, Joseph Wilson. Was that the idea coming in?
Yeah, well, we actually want to throw the ball, tonight, work on some short passing game stuff, and we did that. Cade completed quite a few balls in that 10 to 15-yard range, which we haven't been throwing a bunch of that. And so we did get that done. And but, yeah, they ran the ball well. Joseph really coming into his own. Yeah. He's busting some long runs, and he's so quick. And, Isaiah's just banging it in there. So, yeah, it's good to have both those guys running the ball. Cade ran the ball a couple times tonight for some good yardage, and which is something we're going to have to use down the stretch also.
When we talked way back in week one after that Bird game, we talked a lot about how young Calvary was in some of the key spots along the lines. Are you finally starting to see the light come on for some of those guys?
They're getting better. They're getting better, and the knowledge of what they're doing, they're okay at. But there's still a strength and the just being physical so young. That's something that's not going to come just in 1 year. They're going to have to build that up over a couple of years of playing. But we got to get a little weight on them too. And but yeah, they've gotten better every week, and we've been able to run the ball a little bit. Really the past 3 or 4 games. Yeah, we're getting better there for sure.
Rodney Ewan joining us on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Obviously, the guys that we are starting to become quite accustomed to hearing on Friday nights. We hear their names a lot, but Rodney, you're accustomed to this as well. We like to find out who the Gibbsland Bank and Trust unsung hero tonight was. What kid stood out for you who just really took care of their business for you?
Well, we had a guy, we put a little guy in at the end, Roderick Harris, a little bitty sophomore, and, he made some good runs for us on offense there, and, excited to get those guys a little playing time on Friday instead of the JV game. So Roderick had 2 or 3 runs, probably had him 20, 30 yards of rushing there, so we're proud, happy for him.
Coach, you got next week, what's on the docket for the Calvary Cavaliers next week?
We got homecoming, Darbone Woods.
Oh, that's right.
So, homecoming's not my favorite week of the year, I promise you. But,
no.
We're going to keep working. Like I said, we know we got some battles down the road. And, we didn't play well tonight to start with. We were very sluggish, and it's just a dead atmosphere at the game. There was no noise, and people are just kind of going through the motion. It's 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, I think, are right there. So, we got to come out with a little fire in us. It doesn't matter who we're playing, and I wasn't real pleased with that tonight.
Well, hey man, give a coach something to work with on a 42-12 win. That's the perfect night for a high school football coach. Got a 30-point win and got some problems to work on, man. You're in heaven.
That's what one of the kids said. I said, "Dang, you hard to please."
Well, if they want to be playing, at Thanksgiving, they better get used to it, right?
I know Notre Dame Crowley's out there down the road somewhere. I promise you that. So, we're going to have to be better than we were tonight to play with those guys.
Rodney Ewan, head coach, Calvary Cavaliers, making their way back from Sibley tonight with a win. Calvary looking better and better as the weeks wear on. Take on Darbone Woods next week at homecoming. Following that, it's Mansfield and North Caddo as they get into all kind of fun stuff in district play. Rodney, thank you very much for your time. Congratulations on the win again, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you.
You betcha. Let's go ahead and jump back on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline real quick with time running out in the Mudbugs game. Bugs are up 3-1 with 50 seconds to go in the third period. So the Bugs are going to win.
Well
Jim Gatlin and the Northwood Falcons picked up a big win tonight over the Pupil. Stephen Dennis, 47-0. Hey, gentlemen, Jim Gatlin, how you doing tonight, sir?
Doing good. Yes, sir, Tim. How y'all?
We're doing all right. The rains came down tonight. Did that affect you in any way as far as your playing calling?
Yeah, nobody really expected that. Got out there, got a good lead early, 25-0 in the first quarter, and then really just, couldn't do much in the second quarter with the rains and the slick balls and stuff. But, we had too many penalties, Tim. That was one thing that I was disappointed for at halftime. I wanted them to calm down a little bit, and it was just, talking, running their mouths, doing this and that, but, they second half, we went out there, took care of business, calmed down on that, and we're able to get our passing game going pretty good, and didn't get too much to throw much that first half, and we're able to, I think, got 3 touchdowns in the air the second half. So, it was a good night for us. We were able to the defense, Tim. I'm telling you, just our defense is good, Tim. I mean, we got 2 solid linebackers. We're very good up front with the front 4. Our DBs are getting better and better and better. And I'll tell you, Trayon Jones, everybody talks about, what he can do on the offensive side of the ball at that slot receiver and running back. He's a heck of a defensive back, too.
Your linebackers, are they juniors?
No, that's the senior group. That's the Tyler Loomises, the Kyron Browns, and they've been starting for us since they were freshmen. In 100.
Those are the ones you mentioned earlier this week. Yeah.
Yeah, 170 pounders, and now they're full-grown dogs. They were little pups when we started. Now they're full-grown dogs, and they're 6 foot, and 220 and 215, and really strong, and they're good football players. They're good football players.
A very interesting game shaping up next week at Minden, who is going to absolutely be desperate for a win with Woodlawn taking care of business tonight, 21-14.
They did beat them tonight.
That was the final, right?
Yeah, 21-14.
21-14
I knew that would be a good close game.
Yeah, it was close the whole time as well, Jim. You probably expected that. This is it. Minden's got to put all their eggs in this basket. They got to get the 10 and the 8 or 9 that's going to come with it. In addition to that, if you guys finish the way that most people expect you to finish, this could be a 19-point power rating win for Minden next week. So what are you kind of expecting from Spencer Hurd?
Well, I know they're going to be well coached. And, I saw them early. I went and watched them in Parkway in a scrimmage. I guess that would have been the fall scrimmage or spring scrimmage? Fall scrimmage. And defensively, they were solid then. You could tell they were going to be good on defense, and I know they've gotten better offensively. They've made a couple of personnel changes from the first week. Haven't really seen them on film much, and we'll have to see that. And but they're going to be well coached. Coach Ensminger does a good job with their defensive people, and Coach Hurd does. They're well coached and good at it. I was worried about the Minden game. The whole season, everybody was talking about, well, we run the gauntlet. Well, we hadn't run through Minden High School at the pit yet either. That's one you always hadn't played on their new facility, since they've redone it. They were here last year, and I always enjoyed playing over there and coaching against them over there. And it's I know Spencer talked about that cat in the corner, and have you ever seen a cat? Well, now that cat's even in a tighter corner, so he's definitely going to make some sounds and claw and fight his way. So that'll be good. But I'll tell you, I like the way Spencer coaches. He doesn't rant, rave, intimidate, and holler and whine and cry. He lets his kids play, and he's a good, solid guy that has a good, solid program.
Coach, we always like to ask the winning coaches on Friday nights. There was a kid who stood out for you who just took care of business, was kind of the unsung hero, our Gibbsland Bank and Trust unsung hero. Who would be the kid that you could name tonight from the Northwood Falcons?
I would have to say maybe one of our defensive front guys, Brandon King or Amon Coatney, the two guys that sort of controlled the middle and the running game, and those guys did a good job. And when it's mud and slop and they're down there, sniffing it and eating it, you got to appreciate the way they play, and so Brandon King and Armand Coatney, two of our defensive line guys, they did a very good job tonight.
Last thing for you, taking on a former assistant coach who obviously looks up to you a great deal, Stephen Dennis, the head coach for Huntington, in a dominant win like this. What's the message you kind of relate to him after the game?
Well, we'll talk on the phone, maybe even going home, he coaches his heart out, and he's got a passion for it as more than most, and he's got a young team that he's trying to mold the way he wants them to be, and he will. And, I think probably the field conditions with, they've got two good quarterbacks back there, and, they couldn't really slip around, they were slipping around, couldn't get it. So I'll just have to tell them, hey, you go to work every day, get them better every day, and they definitely, he's been able to, I'll tell you one thing, he started with a good number of kids, and he still has a good number of kids. So that tells me that he's loving on those kids right and trying to get them to do right. And they know that he's, trying to take care of them, and they're not, a mass exodus right there. So he's got to be doing something right if he can keep those guys still motivated, playing hard like they're doing.
Jim Gatlin, head coach for the Northwood Falcons. Congratulations. 7 up, 7 down. Unbeaten. Northwood keeps it rocking, man.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Yes, sir.
When's the last time you were 7-0?
Well, in Bossier High, we went 10-0 one time.
That's right. Okay.
And then Goats, let's see, we were, I want to say, on Katrina at Parkway, we were 8-0 or 7-0 maybe. And that's when, the LHSA came out and said, hey, play the evacuees, whatever they were called at that time. And, you just did a little investigation with them, but they were all eligible if they were in your school.
Yep.
Well, we beat somebody early in the year like 63 to beat Plain Dealing. Beat them like 63-0. We emptied the benches. This boy played about 3 or 4 plays. And somehow LHSA calls us up 7 games later and tells us that this boy is ineligible because he had been too many years in school. He wasn't too old. So I had to go to LHSA. Well, we're 7-0, and we're playing Parkway that week. And we lose the appeal hearing, and we lose the Alton. I'm the only guy that's ever lost 2 games in 1 week. I could probably 7-0 and walk out of there 7-2 or 6-2. So that was tough, and that was a tough thing for us. But
don't have to worry about that now, though. Everything's on the up and up, man. 7-0, feeling froggy. It's a good weekend for the Gatlin gang. And next week we'll see what happens. Home, got a little date at the pit.
Yeah.
Jim Gatlin. Congratulations, buddy.
Hey, y'all gonna need a little rest. Y'all got a little double dip this Thursday and Friday, man. Y'all might not even be able to make up. Y'all might not be able to even see any games tomorrow. Y'all be so tired.
Adam's already asking for a second paycheck. I don't know if that's possible.
Oh, Adam will call in sick all week next week, man.
Go back to work next week, like real work.
All right, Coach. Have a good night, man.
All right, appreciate y'all.
We have some reports from Franklin Parish that there was a fight after the Franklin Parish Green Oaks game.
Uh-oh.
So when we come back, we'll get with Jeff Johnston to find out a little bit more about that. Plus, we'll try to dial in a couple more coaches here. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Adam, how about some scores on the quarter provided to you by the good folks over at First Choice Personnel? Make First Choice your last call, 797-7810.
We got all finals now, too. Everything is done. Calvary 42, Lakeside 12, Northwood 47, Huntington 0, Woodlawn 21, Minden 14, Haynesville 53, Lincoln Prep 12, Manny 47, Menard 0, BTW 24, Bossier 22, Red River 48, Lakeview nothing, Arcadia 62, Plain Dealing 16, Natchitoches 54, Pineville 35, Franklin Parish 63, Green Oaks 30, West Monroe 37, Ash 17, Ruston 23, Ouachita 20, Jonesboro Hodge 8, Homer 6, and another game that we hadn't talked about but in the area, St. Fred's gets a big win, 21-13 over Cedar Creek.
This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, and we will return on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel here on this Friday night. And if you're listening on Saturday morning, thanks for listening on 1130 The Tiger. A reminder, we are your LSU station, 1130 The Tiger. Catch Chris Blair and company bringing you LSU Georgia football. And then on Monday, every Monday on the Tim Fletcher Show from 6 to 10, it's an all-call, all-text Monday.
Oh, yeah.
We all become Monday Morning QBs, brought to you by Campers RV Center. Every Monday, join Adam and Rogers and myself as we recap the weekend and share in the misery and commiserate in the exciting stuff that happens in football over the weekend. We'll be back right after this. Hey, everybody, welcome back. 11:30 The Tiger. We are glad to be with you on this lovely day, Saturday morning. Friday night, you're listening to us live on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. This is Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. My name is Tim Fletcher. Happy to be with you here. Adam Hester's here. And the Milwaukee Brewers are running away from the L.A. Dodgers in Game 1 of the NLCS.
6-1, Brewers ahead.
Yippity-yo, yippity-yay. Travis Stewart on the ones and twos, and he is dialed in Franklin Parish. Jeff Johnston, who has joined us earlier tonight to give us a report on Franklin Parish and Green Oaks. And, Jeff, a wild scoring affair, but maybe a little bit more wild after the buzzer sounds at the end of the fourth quarter than what people bargained for. What happened tonight, buddy?
Went through the handshake line. I know the Patriots team went over to in front of the band. They were going to play the alma mater, and then there was just a little bit of altercation over there on the side as some of the Green Oaks players were not music appreciation lovers, I guess. Did not like the alma mater.
Huh.
But it was a great ball game. It was a contrast to two styles. Of course, the passing of Green Oaks and the rushing game of Franklin Parish, over 400 yards rushing.
Whoa.
Just an outstanding ball game, 60-33.
60-33, and did I read your text right, Jeff, that there were 4 pick sixes tonight?
No.
Okay.
It was
4
in the
interceptions.
fourth quarter. There was a pick six on Baker's pass.
Okay.
That got it up
All
to
right.
63.
And if
Tip ball.
Okay, and for folks that missed your earlier call, 3 successful onside kicks in the first half by Franklin Parish, correct?
Yeah, really kept the ball out of Green Oaks' quarterback's hands, which is a good thing to do because he's very good. And Patriots really do not have a deep kicker. They have 2 guys who are very adept at kicking onside and squib kick, so they put them both out on the field, and you never know which one of them is going to kick it, and it was very effective tonight for the Patriots.
Have they done this all year, Jeff, or is it something new they tried it out tonight?
No, they've pretty much been doing it since week 2, so.
That's interesting. That's I love it. I love the idea. Why let someone like Green Oaks or anybody you play that has some speed get an opportunity to sit there and just toast you? If you can keep the ball out of their hands, do it. I love it. It's like playing Madden football all over again. So, Jeff Johnston.
I mentioned several times that the Green Oaks quarterback is outstanding. I mean, he doesn't look like a quarterback. He looks sort of like a halfback out there, but he can really sling the ball across the field. Franklin Parish quarterback, L.T. Majors, a little bit more traditional. He's 6'3", 225, and he was throwing the ball well, had 97 passing yards for 2 touchdowns, and he ran for 4 touchdowns.
I was talking to our buddy Aaron Dietrich tonight, and he said he's been waiting to add him to his the Dirty 11 or top 11 players. He goes, it's when we told him about what kind of breakout game the Majors was having, he's like, he had 4 touchdowns last week. He goes, I think he's going to make our top 11 players this week. I said, I would think 6 touchdowns would certainly fill the bill.
Well, it's hard to impress Aaron Dietrich. I know that.
He's no Gene Ponte, right?
Oh, that's true.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much, man, for your help tonight. Really did appreciate it. Good stuff, and a very impressive win by Franklin Parish tonight.
All right, man. Y'all have a good evening.
I hope you do as well. That was very pleasurable. I wish we had more games against Franklin Parish.
We know that if we do, we have one in the future.
We got a guy.
Yeah.
We got a guy. And we got Micah Coleman, the Natchitoches Central basketball coach.
Yeah.
He's going to be our Natchitoches Central guy now.
Pretty good night for finding some new talent out there. Huh?
This is fantastic, especially when you consider that Micah Coleman's going to have a very keen interest in the health of the Natchitoches Central Chiefs football
Holding his
team.
breath, like you mentioned. It's not going well for Arizona, Tim.
Sean Brown and company not succeeding tonight.
No, down 21-0.
How good is Utah?
I don't think they're bad. I think Arizona's awful. I think that's the sad part.
Well, here's the deal with Arizona. Khalil Tate has been hurt from the first game on.
He's been hurt. He's kind of dealt with that really the whole time he's been there. It's changing. That's the one thing I was worried about in the summer, the changing of the styles. How would it look? And just to give you an idea, Utah outgaining them 248-27 right now.
Khalil Tate 2 for 5, 4 yards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they only got 24 rushing yards, so that's a 28-yard day right now.
Ooh. How about we get a little better news?
Yeah.
How about we talk to Jerwin Wilson, the head coach of your Woodlawn Knights, joining us on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline. Good evening, Jerwin Wilson. Congratulations on what a hard-fought win there, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing well now.
Good grief. It was 21-14 in the second quarter, Jerwin. What happened in the second half?
Well, we kind of had some self-inflicted wounds here and there. Defense plays. I started out today, made some adjustments, and we got to do a better job of taking advantage. We had a lot of red zone opportunities that we didn't cash in on, so we got to do a better job of that next week.
Your kids, just the learning how to win. Obviously your seniors have been there and done that. Your juniors have been there and done that. You've probably got some sophomores though, Jerwin, that were playing tonight that you were like, all right, maybe they now know this is what it takes to win a football game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, probably the biggest one that sticks out is the Latron Moden and Tyreek Taylor, both sophomores, and Brian Stewart. All three of those guys we rely on heavily on offense, and they're all three sophomores, and they're figuring this game out, and they're going to have a bright future if they continue to work hard.
Seemed like that turnovers were key. We talked to Dr. Williford as well as Minden's Jeff Rhodes, and they both were talking about turnovers. Right. Was that weather-related, Jerwin, or what?
Well, no, it was pretty much rain in the middle of the third quarter. I've had the rain subsided, so field probably was a little slick, so it may have been affecting the turnovers. But at the end of the day, I thought our defense played well in creating those turnovers, so we got to do a better job offensively.
Looking at your updated power ratings on Louisiana Sportsline, that's what Adam and I have been talking about. I'm sure that your coaching staff is well aware of this as well. That
we really don't watch it. I can tell you where we are right now. I know
we'll give you an idea.
If you count the games you haven't played yet, Coach, and that would include tonight because it's not updated that quite yet, you sit right at 37, so it's right there on the bubble. But Minden was at 33, so that should give you a nice little bump after that win.
It basically seemed like it was almost a must-win for somebody. One of you two had to have this win, but now we look at the rest of your schedule, and not to forecast all the way through November 1st, but you've got Bossier next week, who suffered a gut-wrenching loss tonight to BTW. BTW picks up their first win of the season with a win over Bossier. Then you've got Benton on the road, which Benton has, I think Reynolds Ward would tell you, they've played hard, played well, but they've also been very fortunate the last two games. And then you've got Stephen Dennis's Huntington Raiders squad, whose wins have been only over Bossier and BTW. When you look at this, do you still kind of count on this Woodlawn Knights team? We're still making the playoffs. That's our philosophy.
Well, at the end of the day, we're trying to play our best football at this point in the season. We still believe we haven't played our best football. Obviously, that's a goal for us each and every year is making the playoffs. That's something that I have not done, and I don't. That's not something that I want to start. Making the playoffs is a must for us, and we understood that, and we understood what this win means. It gives us an opportunity to continue to finish this year with a six-win season, and that's important. So we're trying to continue to take it week by week and with that 1-0 mentality, and hope that's what happens on Friday night.
Jerwin Wilson, we also like to talk to the winning coaches on Friday nights and find out, obviously you throw out a Moton, you throw, Stewart, Roby, all these kids whose names are always mentioned on Friday nights. The names get in the paper. We talk about them with you on the radio. They make it on the television highlights. But we love spotlighting that Gibbsland Bacon Trust unsung hero, maybe a kid who just got all the dirty work done, or maybe someone who wasn't expected to stand out but did tonight against Minden. Who would be your unsung hero for the Knights tonight?
Well, I'll tell you, we have some young sophomores in that defensive line as well, along with a senior who's playing who's just learning how to play defensive line. And if I had to pick one, it'd probably be number 81, Kendall Jones, who's coming into his own at defensive end.
How big is this kid?
He's 6'2.5", almost 6'3", about 230. So he's a guy that's coming into his own. We moving him from tight end and put him on the defensive end. So he's going to be a guy that's going to help us down the stretch.
Well, when you make that move, how do you determine where a kid's going to play when he's kind of got that physical specimen type look about him?
Well, here's the deal. A lot of these guys end up on the defensive ball side because they simply is one simple rule when you at tight end or receiver is catch the ball, and when you can't, you have to move to the other side of the ball. But that's kind of how that works.
I like the simple method right there, Jerwin. If you can't catch it, you can't play on offense.
But he's learning how to bat it down. I'll tell you that. He does a good job of getting his hands on it.
See ball, knock ball down, man. That's what you got to do. The kind of like a caveman mentality. I love this stuff, man. A young man who steps up and shines for the Woodlawn Knights tonight. So way to go, Kendall. Good job there for the Woodlawn Knights, and a huge win for Jerwin Wilson and his crew tonight with a 21-14 takedown of the Minden Crimson Tide at the Pit. Jerwin, congratulations, buddy. Safe travels back.
I appreciate it, Tim.
See you later. Jerwin Wilson taking care of business for the Woodlawn Knights. And you, sir, are going to take care of business, Adam, with the first-choice personnel scores on the quarter. Do you want to go ahead and do all the scores from last night and tonight on this time?
Why don't we do one big score update for the entire week of high school action. Starting with last night's game, it was Byrd 31, Parkway 13, Houghton 42, Shreve 35, Evangel 48, Southwood 12, Benton 28, North DeSoto 27, Airline 56, North Webster 6, Loyola 39, St. Mary's 14, North Caddo 31, Darbon Woods nothing, Mansfield 42, Ringgold nothing. On to tonight's action, it was Calvary 42, Lakeside 12, Northwood 47, Huntington nothing, Woodlawn 21, Minden 14, Haynesville 53, Lincoln Prep 12, Manny 47, Menard 0, BTW 24, Bossier 22, Red River 48, Lakeview nothing, Arcadia 62, Plain Dealing 16, Natchitoches Central 54, Pineville 35, Franklin Parish 63, Green Oaks 30, West Monroe 37, Ash 17, Ruston 23, Washita 20, J. Hodge 8, Homer 6, and St. Fred's 21, Cedar Creek 13.
Those are your first-choice personnel scores on the quarter. This is Friday Football Frenzy coming at you on Friday Night Live on 101.7 FM. 710 Keel. Saturday mornings, we're on 1130 The Tiger. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Travis Stewart, Tim Fletcher, Adam Hester. And we'll be back right after these commercial messages. Welcome back, everybody. Friday Football Frenzy. We are powered by Chevyland. You know it by the feeling. Chevyland, 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport, Louisiana. Your home for the Malibu. They have a few of these left. Just a smidge. Not very many. Not many. For under $19,000. $18,995. They still have a few Silverados. $12,000 off with GM financing and trade assistance. But again, there's not many left at those prices. Take advantage of Chevyland when you got the opportunity, which is tomorrow morning, Saturday, 7500 Uri Drive, supporting Friday Football Frenzy, powering the program. Adam, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to say it, right?
Yeah, you've been out of school all week, so you're doing some homework over there, and I can't wait to see what happens with it. Joining us now on the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar Hotline, one of your fellow former coaches.
Mm-hmm. Former boss man.
Your former boss man. He's the Bachman, John Bachman, who's been a little under the weather today from what we hear. Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing better. Thank you.
So Suggs said he had the crud. You got the little bit of the crud as well?
Yeah, a little bit. I think I'm on the up mend, but, pretty rough day.
Well, that's not any fun. No one likes to be sick. Randy Thomas mentioned, he goes, Coach Bachman is not feeling too hot. He has distanced himself from most of the folks on the sideline, kind of stayed down to one end tonight. So I guess that was a good way to keep everybody healthy, right, Coach?
It's called, it was the closest that I could be to a bathroom.
I understand.
We all have been there, John Bachman.
Absolutely.
A win over a Lakeview squad tonight, Coach, and kind of was never in doubt, 26-0 in the first quarter. But still, a shutout's a shutout. What do you feel about the way your defense handled their business tonight?
Well, they did a great job, but really what we did tonight, I think that you got to do to at least start putting yourself in the conversation of having a chance to win championships, and Adam knows this, is, it's halftime. When you come in and you regroup and you start discussing what's going on and what's breaking down and, all those kind of things, and you go over what needs to be done and how you need to do it. And I felt like that, especially offensively, we listened to, what Coach said, and then we went out and applied it. I think we touched it another 2 or 3 times, and we scored every time. And then our defense, was giving up some yardage in the first half, but really just kind of shut them out besides penalties from that point on. And the penalties were pass interference, and that's judgmental. So, we've learned to live with those. So I felt like that we did a great job of listening to our adjustments and then going out and applying them in the second half. If you can do that, you give yourself a chance.
Adam, you've been talking about the switch for Red River to the wing tee,
yep,
and how effective that's been so far.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you guys haven't. I mean, of course, you're gonna, there's gonna be things you want to be better at, like you just mentioned. It seems like, though, given how different the philosophy was from this year to last year, it's been kind of a quick transition where it's worked out. Maybe is it better than you thought it would have?
Oh, there's no doubt. Chad Harkins is our offensive coordinator. He's been doing this for over 20 years. There's nothing that you can do against him on defense that he doesn't understand and know how to make the adjustment to. But trying to get your kids to understand that 3.5 yards on a play is actually a great play. Mm-hmm. And then, you're really going to battle and wear them down, and all of a sudden you have the ability that in the fourth quarter, where it was 3.5 yards, it's home run, because the defense is tired and they're not quite responding like they did in that first quarter. So, I felt like they did a great job with that, and our kids are starting to understand and listen and believe, and we're going to be dangerous if we continue to improve.
John Bachman, you're an unsung hero for battling through the illness to keeping everything down all night long. But what about one of your kids tonight? Looking for the Gibbsland Bank and Trust unsung hero for the Red River Bulldogs. What player would that be?
I'm going to go ahead and go with Trey Smith, who is our tank. Actually got a little nicked up, so our little freshman quarterback came in, and his first time to be in battle like that, and did a great job of taking us to 2 or 3, 4 scores in the second half.
Always nice to get the freshmen some quality high school Friday night action.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, Coach, I hope you feel better soon. Enjoy the weekend.
Senior, I don't know if you know this or not, but Moose and Pine Tree are trailing 35-30 with 1:51 to go, and they have the ball 1st and 10 on Jacksonville's 12.
Well, we won.
Is it over?
No, I'm just telling you. Moose has got the ball first.
There you go.
10 on the
Confidence
ball, 12.
is what that is.
We won.
That's the way to do it.
We won.
That's the way to do it. Confidence in his boys right there. His confidence paid off in his Cashata crew tonight. Red River with a win. John Bachman, congratulations, sir.
Get your Manny tickets.
Oh, speaking of, we got him on the line right now, Coach. Thanks a lot, John. Speaking of the Manny Tigers, joining us now in the Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar here real quick, we got Jess Curtis. You just heard, I don't know if you heard him there, Jess, but John Bachman just said, get your Manny tickets. It's about that time, huh?
We're worried about the team in front of us. We'll get to that in a couple of weeks. I guess I got to get my Beat Manny T-shirt, I guess. But yeah, we're just worried about Menard tonight. I think we got Lakeview next week, and then we'll worry about them.
So a game like tonight, where it just seems like that you were in control from the jump. To move to 7-1. What did you like best about the way this thing took place with a 47-0 win over Menard?
Just kids going and playing our standard. Not lowering it, in any meaning way. Defensively, to get another shutout, 3 in a row. They're just trying to get out there and keep a clean sheet every week, play hard, get better. And I'm just so proud of this group. Group has something special. I just hope they keep building, and like I said, take one game at a time approach. Not make anything too big right now. Just go one at a time. And tonight was a real solid effort, running game. We've had backup running backs in there, and they're running for 200 yards. And that's pretty good. It's pretty good when you have your backups running for that amount.
Third straight shutout for the Manny Tigers. Coach, before we let you go, we'd like to find out who were the Gibbsland Bank and Trust. Who was your unsung hero, a kid who got it done that maybe not a lot of folks expected to see him get it done tonight?
Gosh, we had Josh Terrell, wide receiver for us. Had a couple big catches tonight. And again, we kind of spread it around. Our running backs get a lot of the credit, but our receivers blocked hard. And then he made a couple of big catches tonight. So Josh Terrell would be that. Man, I tell you what, I must be hitting the big time, getting called on Friday night by you guys.
You always take care of business so early. We never get around to it for somehow or another. But we've got you dialed in, Coach. We're waiting for the prime time stuff, man. It's October now. It's fall weather. Jess Curtis, 3 straight shutouts, 4th one on the year for the Manny Tigers. Coach, always enjoy our visits, man. We'll holler at you next week.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Tim.
You betcha, buddy. We got about, 2 minutes left here, T-Stu? 2 minutes?
Yeah.
What can you give us on the power ratings in 2 minutes there, Adam?
The last update we have from Louisiana Sports Line was at 9:01. So I don't think we've had anything since then, but that's pretty,
Okay.
fairly up to date. If you start looking at like 5A, projecting the schedule all the way out, giving the teams points for the teams that have not quite played yet. Houghton sits at 7, Shreve at 10, Ruston at 11. Don't know if that counts tonight or not because that's a big win for Ruston. 23 is where Parkway is, Natchitoches Central at 26, Airline at 31, so they're kind of hanging on there for dear life. Go to 4A, we'll definitely have some folks in that one.
Oh, a few.
You've got the top. North Dakota actually at 16 is the highest ranked 4A team because it's one of those deals where current games were a lot higher. You project the whole schedule out. Some other southern teams kind of jump us a bit. But North Dakota at 16, Northwood at 18, Benton at 19. I don't expect that's going to look anything like that. Minden at 33, Woodlawn at 37, like we mentioned. So they'll make a move up as well. 3A, of course, is where we don't have a whole lot of representation. Green Oaks at 10. North Webster is at 7 at the moment, actually. So we've gotten, we'll get more into that next week. I know we're running short on time today, but we will be well represented as always. Just depends on home games, who's going to move up and down. Still a lot of weeks to go.
Excellent job, Adam Hester. Excellent job, T-Stu.
Man of no words.
Excellent job, Fletcher.
Thank you, Tim.
Oh, you're welcome, Travis.
Pine Tree touchdown, 38-35. Moose is going to get a win.
John told us that was going to happen. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, every single Friday right here on 101.7 FM, 710 Keel. Thank you, Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar. First choice personnel, make first choice your last call. And thank you, Gibbsland Bank and Trust. Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland, returns next Friday right here.
Thanks for watching and listening to Friday Football Frenzy, powered by Chevyland. Join us again next week for another round of games, highlights, and much, much more.